Osonova onsuro nsio onsuroja. NPP forward ever. Forward ever. Untumi obiensa womu. Obiensa womu. Chairman obiensa womu. Obeyamambo. Untumi a grassroots. Untumi a movement. Untumi a action. Obeyamambo. From Kumasi straight to Accra. Chairman Niye Jata. Every corner people shout. Untumi them talking about the party no ya soldier. Anona all ya bulldozer. Pressure no dig or farm. Strong man never run from storm. As Antico to the share. Antico so nana. MPP no moving higher. Chairman setting place on fire. Hands up, flags high. Grassroots movement never die. One voice, one sound. Chairman turning place upside down. Untumi obiensa womu. Obiensa womu. Chairman obiensa womu. Obeyamambo. Untumi a grassroots. Untumi a movement. Untumi a action. Obeyamambo. Who they energize, baby? Untumi. Who they stand no matter what? Untumi. Asanti kotoko. Koti koko suonana. Chairman. 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 Forever. Media pressure, no fee stop 'em. Every attack only make 'em stronger. Youth them chanting every day. Chairman leading all the way. Also no spirit in the blood. Fearless heart never go down. From Ashanti to the nation. Chairman bringing motivation. Obiensa womu. Chairman obiensa womu. Obeyamambo. NPP forward ever. So no power forever ever. Hey. Victory in jail. Victory and jail. Hey, Chairman Oba. Asanti kotoko deshie. Otikoko swanana. Abranted pa. Osonova onsuro nsio onsuroja. NPP forward ever. Forward ever. Untumi obiensa womu. Obiensa womu. Chairman obiensa womu. Obeyamambo. Untumi a grassroots. Untumi a movement. Untumi a action. Obeyamambo. From Kumasi straight to Accra. Chairman Niye Jata. Every corner people shout. Untumi them talking about the party no ya soldier. Anona all ya bulldozer. Pressure no dig or farm. Strong man never run from storm. As Antico to the share. Antico so nana. MPP no moving higher. Chairman setting place on fire. Hands up, flags high. Grassroots movement never die. One voice, one sound. Chairman turning place upside down. Untumi obiensa womu.
Yama obibia ha na akwa bamura mpimu asiedu ene wukuo awie yatena sie domnia nintin adehia wobo no ahodo so nyina ne Ghana oman ni ntwo ni ntwa so nyina ene awie nso mwagebre na moba behwe no motie ensempa ni bi no awie yi ya mamwa ha ya sanso amamwa akwa abegiri pa se wokese na domo na doye ni mobro hunu nti moja edia furusane ni pedua mu tachema eda so eda abodwemu emprempren ene enkakran wokese no ede yenkwa acheyen ama empempenso a wapege edi ababedrui ene nipa nyina ne ehunu na aya dance de ama na hinie nu a ede na de aka nyina ne se wokese yadase aburu yadase ansa esanse bebrene ne oborefo na hyehyere tu yanimu na enso no wo a usum fidie ema ne yi fidisumfuo ema enei upeja fidisumni no ejira baabi ma obi ahunu na de ban no wo saa onyame no nyame kese ebo odi a na ya me emuso no wo saa onyame no ena enei wakran kakran de ababeduru saa empempensuei ne yaka nyina ne se nana yadase ansa yadase aburu ne waye no yani sododo na bra dwere na ntiase so awie nso atena se Oman Mpuntuo is airborne and they Jumadie no are live on all our social media platforms on Facebook Western Diamond TV live on YouTube also Western Diamond TV live meeting Osikani Frimpong Manso production team wa yani omo ya dwuma wiai Michael Yaro MCR Samuel Dingo DJ Black Foreigner penifo emienu na womo ehwe na woma manage cameras no nso etimi ede amaye fa WhatsApp and a text ebra 550248071 174 0248071174 so bre be cancer be gibre ne akenken semo ade ba nyina nso etimi ede ama o de ba na ade abantam se ne e bewa de odi e ba baduru ntamo no eno ne e be sha ase akan ti no opese e kan odi aya na ade abantam na etimi aka de nyina de ama frem kozi se no nsia be bode ada roma kan ho na yembi ekuro nani na hunu ne ewomu potem na adwuma abandada ne be ye ya enei ase ne obi aka na atum wo ho no yan ya fa atu ye ho so se da bia da ye nya kwanya betena fidie isu a donhwere baako ye de bebo MPP na nada kwakufuado ani Dr. Mahmoud Baumia emmode ne bo ani adwuma a won be ye de bo a oman ho dawuro entino we no ayese communal labor entino utie bi na wo hwe bia na wo so de bia de nkomo na ade na temi akofom ho ama Ghana ni nu a nyame ya adom a 2028 obeto aba no obeneki ye decision no na wo hunu eye aban a ye to aba ma no a emfasode no ebama womuamu fom ho kra no enya eye amamuo ni aban no mu emfaso ye de ahyase achenye nne ne ahyase achepa entino ye seresa nso be kan ho na ado ahoode na ta akire me obehwe wa de obete wa bia no wuduru fam ho a fa di nkomo na ton party no enne mapa na ado ne Dr. Mahmoud Baumia emfie nwotwe tumi a Ghana for de ma omo no wo mutimi ya de boa wo man no a emprempren ye te so aba oye ne saa na ogidi o aresem yie pa se ebeboa ama ene 2028 no campaign no aye mmere kakra e de ama Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia entino away we have a lot to talk about on this particular platform me pa ja utie biem ene ye bu nkompon akoyechi na ye dura manfo so ne ye kai ya no mu a ene se hunu se free 2013 aba besi 2016 a John Mahama nya akonya ebe ya mampani na obeka ne first term no sa 4 years ni nyina no ene ye kai wo se na o man Ghana ejina dum so mu na wiei se edu amanfo so ne kai ya no de a ene na ye be kai ye ho ye firi ho a na ya pagya nkomo de firi ba bia na na do be fa the power sector in 2017 now timi ye mu adwuma by 2024 all kofie no achievement na watimi achieve at the power sector abushia etenei nkomo ne gina power sector under the former NPP led administration ananado and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia eda eye aban no ano be ba chotie 2013 ababesi 2016 wamu asa time ne awo mu nyina no ehunu ade bia na ne enyan and for the first time edinya efri Ghana ekoko wura international dictionary mu various search engines e developer se ye ka dum so a na kire se e ye ka ne dundumadundumu enti ubodum so pe ene na ba Ghana power crisis under President John Mahama from 2013 to 2016 na ofra konwane so no na dum so da so essence oman ni komu na da no da obeye mampani na enwa se otimi ko gina eye ye kare say press conference ase meet the press ase na o jana no mu se osovu dum so anse woko in 2016 anso wa wasan ko gina mra hye bedwafie ase 2016 na woko no na wasovu dum so and I'm say really ebia na wabunani aguso no kura ne da ho mpaso obeka ene wo ka sa asemo no me eho no emfa me ho enya obi asemo a sa ade no ho na wo si aniwo a ene yese wa wo case a bare wiei tie bibi ade na ekoso eye power crisis dum so between 2013 and 2016 under John Mahama first term ede na koso ye o fa fun na o type factors that led to dumso and factors that caused dumso in Ghana under John Mahama administration me ade be ma onie be pa chaw me di ka be kenkan dia ma no hunu se enkomo aye pagya ofia ase no enkomo a ehun hia wo ma mu ni nyina enti no wo ko Google now factors that caused doomsday in 2016 the 2016 doomsday crisis was primarily driven by severe financial challenges that prevented the state from purchasing fuel, erratic gas supplies from the West Africa gas pipeline, and over-reliance on dwindling hydro power. Google dia de maunio. At the end of course of Doomsday in 2016. The 2016 Doomsday crisis was primarily driven by severe financial challenges that prevented the state from purchasing fuel, erratic gas supplies from the West Africa gas pipeline, and over-reliance on dwindling hydro power. These are the primary factors. 1. Financial insolvency. The government and utility companies struggle to pay independent power producers and secure continuous fuel for thermal plants. Enti sikasamu ana problem wa na do buy in 2017 wa be ye hwehwemu nu se dumso ni nyina no na ye sikasamu ana na cause dumso no ene Google no ankasa de abase ene financial insolvency. The government and the utility companies struggle to pay the IPPs. Et wamu provide enyinamunkania de mo man no ade ma yisi ton no enyinamunkania wamu eto de ma aban no between 2013 and 2016 no aban no enni sika wo de betua na wa anya sika wo de betua saa eye enyinamunkania ne ka enti no ene he pam no twa no eno ane ma kire wo me anam de ade na abra wo me de abefriu na ne ade afriu no ontua nwie ya yensan ba bo fra meka ho emu edom kwa didi ma ya ye nyai ba ko no awaka ofie no se wono so enti wo mu a wo mu aka mu wo maaye no etiro 1 financial insolvency 2 a gas supply interruption etiro Ghana experience inconsistent natural gas deliveries through the West Africa gas pipeline from Nigeria na aban no e de gas ka and they refuse to supply the country with gas and power machines no am ye generate enyinam nkania e wo me Ghana we mu en gas ka edu baby kra no wo free Nigeria ba Ghana ba ye press conference emma aban no ultimatum say eda we edu na wontu ya trust me you shut down the supply of gas aban ne te wo and what did say akire wiemu ohunu de ye wo nye ne ho ana nkrofo e shate gas supply no you can imagine IPP so do amaka they are refusing to give you power Nigerian gas nso a ede womo ema gas ade power ya machines man it me generate enyinam nkane no womo so do amaka womo say womo shate da womo cut the supply of gas to Ghana enti dum so no na very very devastating between 2013 and 2016 mo na ya nwo mo no ene abakosemo na me kan ya kire mo no muntie ene kwabrani abegina say ai 2016 o no aso dum so o so dum so mrebe mu ade na de so dum so no brabagi wa no abusia enye no pe low hydroelectric generation reduce power levels at the Akosombo and Pong dams drastically cut the country's dependable hydropower output. Na yen dams are ewo ho no Akosombo and Akpong. Na ensuo no ewo fam the level of the water no na fam kra no entimi produce more power to supply a part of Accra and a eastern region. It's a problems are no binie afa no kra no systemic legacy debt, widespread financial challenges within the energy sector forced the NDC government to establish the Energy Sector Levies Act (ESLA) to help restructure utility debt. Etina eka mene ECG womo eji enyinam nkane ne free IPPs no ho no na fe womo aton de amamanfo no neka amene womo enam so na urajo mahama kofa ESLA uza wan ede baaye se ene yen tete eto me emfa ngu ESLA no mu na yemfa moa ECG no mfa ntua moka free that time no ESLA no da so ewo hwa bepem emprempren ya ye kasai Oman Ghana politicians womu buyenko mu pa ejino we na ye problems na wo ho a ora John Mahama entimi anso ano obeka ya the former power minister me anu of Akwabna Donko priest na sebedwani former priest na sebedwani ebeka say dum so no what the timeline say to ho timelines na wa mane duru ho na wontimi so avu dum so no be resign susuampa eduru ho no na wontimi enye hwemfa ho ye e no resign ye as power minister then deputy ne and the current energy minister Jinapo abusia entino ade ne de enkomo ne ye pagya ye nim baabia na wo man no etie baabia na ye enyinam nkane ne enyinam howaden sam etie ansa na MPP na nado e ba be take you over in 2017 entino ma paint a picture de akiraw the situation na Oman Ghana wo mu in 2016 under President John Dramani Mahama and now say osovu dum chance woko yo yate abusia ade na nado ba ye obaye what better problems we ho one indebtedness to end gas Nigeria gas ye de omuka ne etoso bienu systemic legacy debt e ka na da ECG ne IPP fo ntamo no and also a problem ne etoso miensa financial insolvency abai no any security tia IPPs no afei gas supply interruption from end gas and afei yen low hydroelectric generation bon and akosombo dam no ensuo no e wo famo enti these were the challenges now facing the power sector, the energy sector in 2016 spreading down to 2017 and anado ebefa wo man no oba dia no ye abusua MPP limita catch us say MPP or track record systemic well defined track record from 1992 yes here with a constitutional dispensation abaya besene kro. Nobody can beat NPP Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia womo track records e bana mamuo papa records no ho clear etia na mesere bo se NDC fo bi mu akoteto kro kitu abi mu no mo yedede na de na hwan na de yo yate tumi ni yade ama enne nyina no dum so da so koso enra Takoradi kro mu ase dum kanea very crowd me free fear me back crowd na baby wo ho aye so ya wo mo da so da esumu enti dum so no so solve ye no solve no da bay absia na do buy in 2017 no say ha dum so no enku eye enipa dum so no asay businesses enti no as a matter of urgency no every economy and the power eye supply enye papa no say economy no and a dead economy to no better records are over John Mahama economic buffers are with in 2017 Nanado Batuas I'm telling you it's a Akufo-Addo who say per se you recording a massive economic gains yen power sector hono yen energy sector hono mess no ora John Mahama na pamfo be kretini to hono yen find a lasting solution to our problem no na sa niema no na do gu apono so no eno na eso aba 7 years consecutive years ya hunu dum so Ghana ha sei abusia aha ana enyansafo ni tie ye kanya me adwe na akere wo entino ya so na tie ene ma be sa do gu apono so one yaro wadaro ma fa ye data no to so ma me na ye mo ne taw na ye nkwe no me da ase enti this is the power achievement of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo enti biamu kakra bi ma me na date ni nyina no enti me mra me da ase enti in 2017 to 2024 kosoro kakra ma me in 2017 to 2024 no Danko Akufo-Addo etimi ebo modern ebe adi onto your national generation capacity no 1648 megawatts abusia we nyan kwada agro yaro peja kosoro kakra we nyan kwada agro we enyan kwada agro sa ban mi beba ba cho kosoro kakra ma me sa ban mi beba na 7 years obetimi abo modern at the 1648 megawatts abeka eye already installed capacity hono na sa ban no ewo eye a vision na sa ban no at the deliberate measures egu apono so in order to salvage the situation and what the energy sector by that and ejare to ho entina na do ekono na added generational capacity nkwan 1648 megawatts troto onza in 2024 na NDC for no there MPP say na do baye no ontimi mfa hwenka yen generational capacity no ho obekaya wo mo pagya sa ankomo no ya na metio mudi na mesere in 2024 obi ayese wa na ye hwe entino 2017 to 2024, Nanado was able to commission 1,648 48 megawatt of a year new generational capacity and on the car home. Let me say John Mahama from Prof Mills Adeba John Mahama 2009 to 2016. Let me say the number of a year generational capacity of the car the national grade home. Abusia and no pet communities are as at 2017. Now woman near Namukania. Between 2017 and 2024 no and sana nanado ebe kono now a timia bomodin electrify a year 2,520 communities what be can national grid no ho enti no in 2016 no na sa 2,520 communities no na enjina munkanea enimu esumu nkwa by 2024 awo be koro na enjise egu apono so a communities be 2,000 aban no ede akande ne ho niema ekwa a wamo ehihye mfidi a wamo ba benya kanea etinka wamo to a Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia so a ankasa 2,000 communities no ba be ka the already electrified 2,520 communities be say 4,520 aban 8 years e bin see that afetie national electricity access and asat a year you can say 2016 ya to abeti ora John Mahama wan ko ya na be take over in 2017 no na the national electricity access no na ejina a year 84.10%. In 2017, 84.10%. By 2024, our economy now a page would be about 88.85%. Well, a record, vivid record, fact and figures in the year. Aveti street lighting nanado etimi a constructed here between 2017 and 2024. When across all 16 regions, 990 kilometers street lighting constructed. A very renewable energy capacity. Abusia 171.8 megawatt renewable energy capacity. And you know about 140% growth since 2019. A very some 438,521 clean cook stoves were distributed. Abusia, we na a carbon finance program. And you know, the achievement of the NPP at the Kwaku Bawumia led government at the power sector and energy sector no unmatched. Unmatched. We are baby and we are about to me. If I'm going to the next slide.
Want to be 101.3. Want to be 101.3.
Yaro Mahunya. Bravo, mommy.
Want to be 101.3.
Okay. And you know, near a Twasuni distribution system upgrades and anyway, distribution system upgrades in Kwana Nado any Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia 8 years one year in year. One more ATB modern building some new substations. One of the smart meters buy. Emma smart meters no a car na a media person chrono ECG ebo in distributing and selling power to the Ghanaian citizen no so eteye ama ne boa ma ECG etimi ebo modern mobilize revenue a esese wo mobilize na eno no emu empire mu na me de ba be ma no e ba cho follow me kakra na yentimi enko ye animum enti from 2017 to 2024 no MPP Aban was able to build 5 hospital substations across Accra, Kumasi, and the Ashanti region specifically. I say they were able to roll out some 800,000 smart meters. 3 tech reform programs and one etimi na egekani nyina bomu a Legon primary substation nkwano University of Ghana Medical Center abani timi ebo modern install 33 kilowatt to 52 MVA. Etino, these are the statistics are ewo ho. Fa me ko the next slide. Ma onya. Okay. Enti way nuclear power and energy transition. Yan sha here from a form one yan fan kosoro. Okay, and you know by 2023 no na Ghana Energy Transition and Investment Plant UN General Assembly His Excellency Nadan Kwaku-Addo launched the Ghana Energy Transition and Investment Plant on 21st September 2023 in New York, Afebra. Yanko. National Energy Transition Framework launched in COP27 in Egypt. So Ghana's formal commitment to a gradual, nationally determined approach towards net Z. Okay, that was in 2022. 2022 no answer. Technical Committee of Parliament approved Nuclear Power Ghana Act of Parliament. Okay, that is it. After 2022, Cabinet approved acquisition of preferred and backup nuclear power sites. 2021, request for information issued to 6 vendor countries. And after 2020, no nuclear brafomu yaro. Baby, I'm a cast starting putting on a washa free. Nuclear, you can say, included in Ghana's nationally determined contribution to the first former blah 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 blah. Modern bar Adan Kwaku-Addo etimi eboye. Me pa chaw yan hwa ase. Mame ma the breakdown of the 1648 megawatt of generational capacity a Adan Kwaku-Addo ereka ho. And in 2017 no NPP government was able to add onto the national grid some 603 megawatt of power. And no AXA and Asogli. After about 2018 some 490 megawatt of power was added. And only AXA phase 2 and after sun power. Yabaya 2019 some 239 megawatts was added to the national grid. That is TT2PP and Amandi. Yabaya 2020 Nana Kwaku-Addo was able to add 161 megawatt. That is early power and Bui solar. 2021, NPP government was able to add 79 megawatt. That is Damai and Bui solar. Yabaya 2022, NPP abino amfa new power bia ameka ho. After 2023, the government was able to add 19 megawatt. That is VRA solar Kalio phase 2. And after Ebano 2024, the NPP government was able to add some 56 megawatts of power to near what the Adano and no early power expansion. You carry in Abomua and yenya 1,648 megawatts of power generational capacity MPP abino etimi ede eka the national grid no and so home. And you know okay the statistics are ebusua MPP aban and she papa we dey gu apono so no eno and etimi bua ya dum so ana Oradjo Mahama de oman no awuremu from 2013 eba be 2016 na when timi ansolve a wo ko opposition no. And Niama when she say we ena Nana Dan Kwaku-Addo and Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia ban etimi ni gu apono so ma saa dumso no yetimi ehwa no eno da nchen a gas fo ane ade omoka no Adanko Akufo-Addo was able to negotiate with them a payment plan. Abusia, womo say say almost supply and gas. Afei, the other constraints are now financial constraints no nkro ne ba no. MPP aban ebo modern adensi say egu apono so ma e ka na wo ho no wo say say otua nkakran. So there was a relief on the ECG. Abra Nana Adanko Akufo-Addo eba betena oman akonya kese no eso we eye aban a wodwene kakan aban a oye focused aban a enya se ye try ahwe anka obi a wore eye free SHS ba ye no abusia e ka wo man elbo no one ha no kura se dumso awura Muhammad jaye no wo beta kwan bi so ba be solve na wo sikatua nyina no wo betua ama wo man na nyakanea nanso no Adanko Akufo-Addo ene Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia aban ehye niema ni yie entina da no dem be kire wo se aban bi aba or a priority. It takes a sensible government to combine the priority of the government with the people's priority. Nothing what she said here, Sanya Beya, all sectors of a touchy base. And where are they? Obian to me and free MPP aban and some more and Fahone a year President Klorwa or Tis Akunyade. So that is it. The energy sector, a Juma Adanko Akufo-Addo a year, you know, overwhelming. Baby, I don't know, and come on, my boy, no, maybe my whole videos, no, a Juma and Anado, etimi a year, in the next 30 minutes, you know, 30 to 1 hour, no, what I roma, and come baby, Tenasidin, Nasha Juma and Anado, yeah, I'm the who data no at the power or the energy sector. Young comrades here, Yaro, Shasiana, you roll out the videos now.
You need to check this out. The largest floating solar plant in the whole of Africa. No. Guys, I'm going to show you the brain behind this project right here in Ghana, West Africa. Let's see.
Welcome to Green Power Authority. Thank you very much. I really, in fact, I'm just speechless. Like walking on a floating. Oh my goodness. So, is this the first in Ghana? And how big is it as compared to Africa?
Well, this is the first floating solar facility in Ghana. We started with a 1 megawatt power plant that you can see here with 5 inverters. Following the successful and efficient operation of this, we expanded our scope to add 4 megawatts. And this 4 megawatts is exactly this 4 megawatts was completed within 3 months.
3 months?
Yes.
You don't make guys, did you hear that?
The Pokwasi Bulk Supply Point project, which was launched in May 2019, forms part of the $498.2 million Ghana Power Compact funded by the United States government through its agency, the Millennium Challenge Corporation, with the Millennium Development Authority as the implementing body. The Pokwasi BSP, constructed at a total of $64.72 million, is Ghana's largest power substation and the fifth bulk supply point to be constructed in Accra. The power station comprises switchgear and control rooms for the Electricity Company of Ghana and the Ghana Grid Company, with a total of 580 megavolt amps of power on site. The purpose of the substation is to improve power supply quality and reliability to the over 350,000 electricity consumers who live in the Pokwasi, in Sawam, Achimota, Anya, Sotum, Kwabenya, Legon, Adenta and Ebri communities. President Akufo-Addo, during the launch of the substation, reiterated the government's plans in making incessant power outages, popularly called dumso, a thing of the past. He further disclosed that work on the second largest bulk supply point in Kaswa was underway and will be completed in a few months to add up to the improvement in electricity supply in the country.
Besides the Pokwasi substation, which we are commissioning today, work is also ongoing on the Kaswa bulk supply point, which will be the second largest bulk supply point in Ghana. Once completed, the project will address low voltage and frequent power outage challenges caused by increasing domestic and industrial demand in Kaswa, Tinyabreku, Bodrase, and Yenyeni. The $50 million BSP project, again, funded by the Millennium Challenge Corporation under the Ghana Power Compact Program, will benefit some 241,508 ECG customers and contribute to substantial reduction in transmission losses in glucose transmission systems. The Kaswa project is expected to be completed in the coming months.
The U.S. Ambassador to Ghana, Stephanie Sullivan, noted that the project is not only focused on the construction of the supply point, but also on how Ghanaians conserve electricity in their homes and businesses.
Part of it is power supply, part of it is working with people to have better conservation of energy. There's so many different aspects of this that involve not just construction, but also utilization, also mitigating the leakages from the power lines, also having better insulation and keeping the power, for example, the air conditioning inside your home instead of having it air conditioned the outdoors.
The commissioning of this Pokwasi bulk supply point forms part of government's numerous plans to provide Ghanaians with reliable electricity supply and make dumso a thing of the past. City News, Elenda Power reporting.
The power generating station first turned on its turbines in 1982, and since then, its 4 generating units, producing 160 megawatts of electricity, have contributed significantly to lighting up our homes, empowering the economy not only of Ghana, but also of other countries in West Africa. That is why the conscious, deliberate decision by the Volta River Authority to rehabilitate this power station after some 30 years of operation is highly laudable and should be an example to other state institutions entrusted with public assets. Government will continue with its efforts to support the energy sector so that it can address all the challenges it faces, particularly the considerable financial burden on the sector posed by the excess power capacity contracted by the Mahama government. Our determination to make Ghana a net exporter of electricity to the region is unwavering. I therefore charge VRA, which has been in this export trade for some 50 years, to ensure that it expands the frontiers of its current operations to countries like Mali, who require additional electricity supply to meet their development needs. Not only will this allow us to meet our own objectives, but it will also underline the spirit of cooperation, which is the foundation of ECOWAS, of which currently I have the honor to be its chairperson. Our strategy is to promote the use of 2 million improved and efficient wood fuel stoves as an interim measure until such time that all households eventually migrate to LPG or electricity as main cooking fuels. The use of these improved and efficient charcoal stoves, coupled with the ongoing reforestation programs, have the potential to reduce significantly the emission of carbon dioxide and the rate of deforestation.
Each power project is a $1.2 billion, up to 515 megawatts combined cycle power generation project situated in Pong within Temes Heavy Industrial Zone. The facility is designed to deliver power to the Electricity Company of Ghana under a 25-year power purchase program supported by a put-call option agreement with the government of Ghana. Speaking at the event, President Akufo-Addo reaffirmed the government's commitment to fostering long-term strategic partnerships and investments aimed at boosting the energy sector.
As we stand together to inaugurate the Bridge Power Station, we send a clear message to every Ghanaian. Ghana will no longer be held back by the energy shortages of the past, and creating a future in which our energy supply supports our ambitions, not limits them.
The president also highlighted measures being taken to resolve financial challenges, including addressing outstanding obligations owed to independent power producers to ensure the sector's resilience.
These partners have been instrumental in enhancing our power capacity. My administration is committed to addressing social obligations impacting our ability to meet obligations to these valued partners. Together, we will build a sustainable, reliable energy future.
For his part, General Manager of Early Power Limited, Reggie France, operators of the Bridge Power Project, assure the public of the company's dedication to delivering reliable and efficient energy to support Ghana's industrial economic growth.
Early Power and its sponsors are committed to constructing additional 315 megawatts stage 2 of this project, the success of which depends on the creditworthiness of the power off-taker. As a partner to the government of Ghana in providing sustainable electricity, we consider a macro-critical pillar for the development of the country, we plead with the government to eagerly honor its obligations to Early Power and other independent power producers in the country.
As Ghana faces increasing energy demand driven by rapid population and industrialization, this project promises to complement the energy gap. For CNR Business, I am Emmanuel Opon.
The president, who is in the region as part of his campaign activities, was at Alavanyo to commission the first ever of such projects in the country. According to the Bridge Power Authority, which supervises the construction, the dam will not require the formation of a reservoir to operate. It consists of a concrete diversion wire, an intake structure, diversion channel, a powerhouse, and a transmission line which ties the energy generated into the local distribution grid. Commissioning the project, President Akufo-Addo says this will add to the country's generation mix.
It is going to assist in providing power for economic development in the Alavanyo area. For us to get the maximum benefit out of it, because it is something that is wholly owned by us, the engineering, the design, the engineering, the construction, all of this is Ghanaian owned. It's been done 100% by the engineers and the workers of the Bui Power Authority. For us to get the maximum benefit, there's also going to be a research site here to assist people to understand exactly what has taken place here. All of this means that the time has come for Hohoi to change, for Hohoi to undergo a change for Hohoi to come and stand on the back of Atiglinyi, to come and stand on the back of the elephant, to come and sit on the back of the elephant, and that this year, in 2.5 weeks' time, when the results are announced by the Electoral Commission, we will hear that Hohoi constituency has elected John Peter Amewu as the MP.
CEO of the Buipa Authority, Fedawari, on his part, said the project will be replicated in some communities across the country. He says engineers from the authority led the process for the construction.
The statement we want to make this afternoon is that though this is a small project, from designing, construction to completion is being done by the young engineers at Buipa Authority. The statement is that given the opportunity, there are so many other rivers which we have already conducted some studies, including the falls and some rivers at the western region. Given the opportunity, we will be able to do much better than you see here. We have done this project entirely from our own internally generated income, and giving some additional support, Mr. President, we will make you feel very proud.
Ghana's energy sector has faced a number of challenges, including intermittent power supply. But speaking at the commissioning of a $40 million Japanese-funded Accra Central Bulk Supply Point, President Akufo-Addo highlighted the significance of constant and stable electricity supply, saying it is critical to every country's industrialization agenda in the 21st century. To this end, the President said the commissioning of the Accra Central Bulk Supply Point has come to augment the energy needs of the Central Business District of Accra and the country at large, while indicating that the government remains committed to ensuring the lights are kept on to prevent a return to the days of intermittent power supply under former President John Mahama.
Amongst others are: 1, to reduce transmission and distribution losses; 2, ensure high reliability of electricity supply; and 3, ensure a high level of personnel safety. Now, with the operationalization of the Accra Central Bulk Supply Project, power voltages have become stable, protecting valuable equipment. Power supply reliability has improved. I want to reassure all of you that my government will continue to work towards keeping the lights on, in spite of the global dynamics of energy pricing, because the alternative is not an option. We are not going back to do so. We'll leave that to President Mahama. I'm convinced and confident that our nation is on the right path. Despite our challenges and with God on our side, I have the firm belief that we shall succeed in this enterprise.
Energy Minister Dr. Matthew Okpoku-Prempeh, also speaking at the event, stressed that intermittent power supply, otherwise known as DUMSO, will never happen under the tenure of President Akufo-Addo. The sector minister said the commissioning of the Accra Central Bulk Supply Point will enable constant power supply to the Central Business District of Accra, which he describes as the economic powerhouse of Ghana.
This commissioning happens to come after the Kumasi Bulk Supply Point, the Kaswa Bulk Supply Point, and today the Accra Central Bulk Supply Points. These projects have brought immeasurable relief to the catchment areas by addressing low voltage and power outage challenges caused by increasing industrial and domestic demand. Mr. President, I'm honored to serve in your government, a president who firmly believes in Ghana and realizing Ghana's potential. As the Ministry of Energy, we are focused on a few things to ensure we keep the lights on and to ensure we keep Ghana moving. Mr. President, we take it seriously as a gospel and would ensure that under your watch, fuel will not short and DUMSO will be a thing in history books of this country.
For Gridco Board Chairman Ambassador Cabral Blay Amehie, the Accra Central Bulk Supply Point will be a game changer in the country's power supply sector.
This substation and the 3 latest ones we have commissioned and several ongoing and planned projects by Gridco will undoubtedly be a game changer for a sustainable power delivery in the country. I wish to use the occasion to inform all gathered here today that this August shall mark 15 years since Gridco started operations as the nation's sole transmission company. Hopefully, we shall use the occasion to celebrate, but more importantly, to reflect on our journey so far and the future.
Meanwhile, Japanese ambassador to Ghana, Mochizuki Hisanobu, has entreated the country to maintain the facility which has been commissioned.
When Japan supports a project such as this, it's because we are thinking about the transformative power of electricity and the potential it holds for Ghana's future. In view of this, I would like to encourage all of you to make sure this facility is managed and maintained well to support inclusive and sustainable development for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, this solar power plant will provide electricity to about 50,000 households through the Northern Electricity Distribution Company. This will in turn contribute to the acceleration of the socio-economic development in the Upper West, Savannah, and Upper East regions by ensuring the availability of stable and cost-effective electricity.
I am happy to hear that progress of work also, Mr. President, at the Kaleo is satisfactory and works will be completed early next year for you, Mr. President, to come again to the region to commission the Kaleo project at the very early stage in your next term in office. That is why it is important for people of this region and all other parts of this country to give His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo 4 more to do more.
My presence in Laura this afternoon has historic consequences, and I'm glad that we're all gathered here today to witness history in the making right before our very eyes. It will be recalled that on Tuesday, February 4th, 2020, I was in Kaleo in the Nadole district to cut the sword for the construction of 2 solar power projects, one in Kaleo and the other in Laura, both in the Upper West region. I indicated at the time that once completed, these 2 projects will deliver a combined power supply of about 20 megawatts to the national grid. 8 months on, I'm happy to commission the first of the power projects which is being completed, and that is the 6.5 megawatt solar power project here in Laura. Today's ceremony reaffirms the commitment of government to diversify the country's energy generation portfolio and thereby help increase the renewable energy component of our energy mix and contribute to our fight against the effects of climate change. The completion of this project in Laura should remind all of us that the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo delivers on its promises. As I indicated at the sword cutting ceremony, this solar plant is the first of its kind ever to be established in the Upper West region. This means the Upper West region has now its fair share of power generation facilities in the country. I'm very confident that this plant and that at Kaleo, whose combined output is sufficient to meet a significant portion of the electricity demand in the Upper West region, will help support local small and medium-scale enterprises, as well as enhance other socio-economic activities. Further, it will help reduce transmission losses on our national grid and improve the reliability of the distribution system in Laura and its environs. I'm pleased that the contractor, in the process of constructing this plant, employs some 100 people from communities within the Laura district. I'm expecting the persons of solar power to Burkina Faso in 20, consisting of a lorry.
Now, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has assured Ghana of the bridge power project in
power generation project situated in Pong within Temes Heavy Industrial Zone. The facility is designed to deliver power to the Electricity Company of Ghana under a 25-year power purchase program supported by a put-call option agreement with the government of Ghana. Speaking at the event, President Akufo-Addo reaffirmed the government's commitment to fostering long-term strategic partnerships and investments aimed at boosting the energy sector.
As we stand together to inaugurate the Bridge Power Station, we send a clear message to every Ghanaian. Ghana will no longer be held back by the energy shortages of the past, and creating a future in which our energy supply supports our ambitions, not limits them.
The president also highlighted measures being taken to resolve financial challenges, including addressing outstanding obligations owed to independent power producers to ensure the sector's resilience.
These partners have been instrumental in enhancing our power capacity. My administration is committed to addressing social obligations impacting our ability to meet obligations to these valued partners. Together, we will build a sustainable, reliable energy future.
For his part, General Manager of Early Power Limited, Reggie France, operators of the Bridge Power Project, assure the public of the company's dedication to delivering reliable and efficient energy to support Ghana's industrial economic growth.
Early Power and its sponsors are committed to constructing additional 315 megawatts stage 2 of this project, the success of which depends on the creditworthiness of the power off-taker. As a partner to the government of Ghana in providing sustainable electricity, which we consider a macro-critical pillar for the development of the country, we plead with the government to eagerly honor its obligations to Early Power and other independent power producers in the country.
As Ghana faces increasing energy demand, driven by rapid population and industrialization, this project promises to complement the energy gap. For CNR Business, I am Emmanuel Opon.
In more news tonight, President Akufo-Addo has commissioned a 13-megawatt solar power plant at Kaleo in the Upper West region. The 22.8 million euro plant is expected to provide electricity to about 32,000 residents in the region.
Room, transformers, PV panels, inverters, and a containerized substation are also present. The Kaleo project is the second utility grade solar plant to be operational in Ghana. President Akufo-Addo cut the sword for the building of 2 solar power projects, one in Kaleo and the other in Laura, both in the Upper West region.
Along with ongoing interventions in the area of energy efficiency, use of natural gas for thermal generation, adoption of cleaner cooking solutions, decarbonization of oil production, amongst others, is helping us accelerate the attainment of our nationally determined contributions as presented at COP26 in Glasgow in the United Kingdom.
Deputy Minister of Energy Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam and Board Chairman of the Volta River Authority Kofi Tutu Ejare expressed confidence in the ability of the solar plant at Lora and Kalio to meet a sizable portion of the region's electricity needs and to support other socio-economic activities.
Our government is implementing additional projects which will ensure that by the end of next year, renewable energy capacity will reach about 300 megawatt peak.
The Volta River Authority has always served as a flank brother in the nation's electrification agenda, having successfully and continue to successfully operate the first hydro plant in this country for 60 years, the first thermal power plant in the country for over 25 years, and the first solar plant in the nation for close to 10 years. Our commitment to delivering power, the power required for the national agenda, has not waned over the years.
The project is expected to accelerate industrialization by facilitating rural electrification.
President Akufo-Addo has commissioned the Phase 2 project of the Kalio Solar Power Plant in the Upper West region. The Kalio Solar Power Plant is expected to boost the VRA's power generation capacity by 15 megawatts. Joining us via Zoom is my colleague Ibrahim Wangara to keep us up to speed on this development. Ibrahim, my understanding is you're over the phone, but quickly, what more can you tell us about this project?
The Kalio Solar Power Project Phase 2 is part of the 22 million euros project being funded by the German Development Bank and in collaboration with government and that of the Volta River Authority. So it is the expectation that this Phase 2 project will add to improve the quality of power supply.
Ghana Yamampeni Ayakuma Adum
Yanyina Mhoden ho ensem so ma ne gina mu brane eno ene ka ho bi ema afempinu eni aduonu emienu Ghana ban eye ntotoye se obetabiri Ameri Planti afri atoye mantemu abepiemu ewo Asante mantem ha ene dei empanifo ye ho amamere ene amane ekoso efa edi enkan no na edi a edaso eye Kumasi 1 thermal power plant K1 TPP.
I am delighted to be here this afternoon to commission the first phase of the Manso 1 thermal power station with a total installed capacity of 150 megawatts located here at Manso. This project represents a significant step forward in our quest to provide sustainable electricity for our nation, particularly for inhabitants of the Ashanti region.
Mr. Kofi Tutu Ejare and a board chair at the Volta River Authority.
Your Excellency, I am proud to say that we at VRA have prudently discharged the mandates you and the nation have charged us with. Through our financial recovery and sustainable management practices, we managed to internally raise the millions of dollars required to fund the various stages of the project.
Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe and a Yeswafwa Ohwe Enyamahwade ho ensem so.
Ghana Bali bebre adwo we BSc ho enso bi amusa se aden na ekọ ho ebi se soldier ama Ghana hira esi wa akosombo Kwame Nkrumah abreso esi wa akuse champion abreso ebua esi wa bui President Akufo abreso esi ewo Takoradi President Rollins abreso aden na the bank Akufo ado de esi de esi Kumasi a Osikani for ado na eye bie Dabi
Amansan Chairman Kwadwo Bimriku Amanebo Asante mantem.
The Ghana Grid Company, Electricity Company of Ghana's Accra Central Bulk Supply Point, constructed under the project for the reinforcement of power supply to Accra Central. In this 21st century, any country that aspires to industrialize as part of its economic agenda and assures people of a decent quality of life must necessarily ensure that its citizens have access to stable, efficient, affordable power supply. Our daily lives, from simple things as charging our mobile phones and keeping our electrical appliances working, to operating our offices and businesses, are run by electric power. Electricity is no longer a luxury, but rather a necessity in this day and age. And we must commit ourselves to working hard to ensure Oman Mpuntuo and Okanshi traders and the output of several major corporate entities. The power is considered guaranteed with several of personnel, your support and access to part of the compound and for the bill.
Wakwako bi ano eno no che say we beboa amankania ho nsem no akona nim papa eno achi no se koba se nkania enni ho anase yedum kanea eno so wo ma hyeda ayebi e de ama emia bi te say Laura Hospital Municipal Police Command ho ene emia ahodo bi a ehia me.
I'm glad that we're all gathered here today to witness history in the making right before our very eyes. It will be recalled that on Tuesday, February 4th, 2020, I was in Kaleo in the Nadole district to cut the sword for the construction of 2 solar power projects, one in Kaleo and the other in Laura, both in the Upper West region. I indicated at the time that once completed, these 2 projects will deliver a combined power supply of about 20 megawatts to the national grid. 8 months on, I'm happy to commission the first of the power projects which is being completed, and that is the 6.5 megawatt solar power project here in Laura. The completion of this project in Laura should remind all of us that the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo delivers on its promise of the electricity responsibility to the
ya Kaleo solar power plant phase 2 no okopa ho entoma na se wo kyerede sa solar power plant na ho odin ye betumi adu 15 megawatt peak ye man da ho pe phase empanyefo ye ntoto ye bo ho modin a epese ahoden de ho nsem o mike na mo no etumi ye konanim na
presence here brings to 3 your visit to this region for same reasons. Thus, to commission a solar power plant here at Kaleo. Your first was in Laura a few years back in 2020, specifically on 10th October 2020. We were all privileged to be part of that commission. Us at Kaleo here, giving a total of about 19.5 of solar power available to our nation. Your Excellency,
Yama Yanasi, and you know, some of the projects at the Dankwa Akufo-Addo at the bar the energy sector. Because in 2017 our buy you know na Ghana energy sector na nyina yie and mamma ne obeto ye and mamma ne oye fa ho a ene kane ani gina so 7 good years 8 years continuously ya experience dum so Ghana ha data no etre wo pefe se Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia pe and now within 8 years omutimi add over 1,600 megawatts to the national grid until NDC 4 no ana ye koto aba in 2024 no muka ananado capacity to do a sen ade aka ho ni we ni nyina no Munya very, very careful. You don't want to speak to fact, right? Munya very, very, very careful. So that is it. Videos ni bebre ho but emrenti yemfansia. na me adom a ɔtena yɛba a yɛbɛtoa so na yɛadɔ nsɛm no mu asukɔ yie na watimi ahunu ne ɛkɔ yɛda mo ase messages mienu miensa bi aba no yentin free on afei yen guest ene anwumre wabɛka nsa na yene ne nhyɛ nkɔmɔ twetwe no ase na yempem nkoye ne mo we say okay I see Western Diamond TV this is a TV station where only wise people watch. Happy belated birthday, bro. Oscar, per what you are going, you are showing on the TV, and what is going on in the country. If NPP put things together and stop fighting among themselves, 2028 elections is a foregone conclusion for the party. Oscar, are you aware that tomorrow fuel prices will go up? Me aware pa wo pejabu dia free aye 12.79 cedi per liter no e dia akọ 13 point I think 86 o se sen ayo entino omunkum yen preko na yenku yenimu ontino see yes indeed if you don't know then I am telling you resetting agenda is working aban papa brother Sak is watching us from here Kumasi High School. We say if someone don't know, someone teaches. Oscar President Mahama show us the way, but about bail conditions, it is obvious that some people will provide like Bosomchin document for their bail condition when NPP comes to power. You go now you go reap just what you show. Okay, I'll say. This was said by Lucky Dubé. Sakori Opoku is watching us live from Kumasi, Kote Gloryville. We say, God, please help NPP, Dr. Baumud Baumia, Chairman Wuntumi, all NPP members. Okay. One for the ama. Okay, Charles, if you swear or the buy, yeah, that's a papa for your message. We say, NPP will do more than this to them. After 2028 elections, NPP will do more. Yate. We say, wherever you see President John Mahama and the NDC, there is doom so. Everywhere, Aban Papa Ampa. Ochiami di Fiayet, LAB, inside Achiase. We say, good evening. Ahanta West Constituency executives are very united to bring the party back to power. Greetings goes to current chairman, Chairman Concern, and Dr. Baumia, an incoming regional women's organizer, Augustina Ketia, Sub-Zero, Elifia Usiejo, and Odiwe, and so buy these few ones, na fe yanko anymore. Where do you about say? Okay, I'll see Oscar. Happy belated birthday to you. Please don't bring my name because I'm a chief. Okay, Mate, why? Would you cry the yammo? Yammo, why? Yammo, yeah, that's it. Nana, that's it. I mean, shit. We say, okay, where's your Oscar? Good evening, indeed. His Excellency President Nadam Kufuado did so many jobs at the energy sector. Okay. I now do the account anyway. My fancy never bet you na never jibre na yetimi akinka ni na enso e the amount and common cost of our WhatsApp and a text ebra 0248071174 0248071174 text and a fee WhatsApp line or the fast by bejibre na kind amount. We are live on all our social media platforms and anyway on Facebook Western Diamond TV Live, on YouTube Western Diamond TV Live. Share your thoughts with us na yehunu de echo ewo baby a onso wo and ankomo a ya pagya ewo fidua mo hase no. The former Western Regional Maslog boss ewo fia former Western Regional Maslock boss Malik Halik Bochi is our guest this evening. Now on your body wa wani tua nkomo no obie mu ma entiase ye adwuma ya fe no ye te ne nka che ene nyame ncha de waba ebedi nkomo pa mame nkona me ma no eye adwo na me ma na kwaba na ye nhye ye nkomo twetwe no ase Malik
Oscar
na it say
yankopona adomara mu ye mpocho nse
Yesu adome nso me ho ye pa etiefo so o ma fe papa
etiefo mesra won fancham was we dwuma do sa ni na nti edwuma ya no oni nchima
right
na yaba na so na yaba yaba na yaba be edwuma ayan so ya fe hon o sande odu baby a hon mpaibo na hon nkranse nsam no obo hen be edwuma ye yetum na ye Jessica was if you fee
that's right
yakwa ya asana ba
eno ano if you fee na obasa no de ene na the fee nkomo edikan apemo constituency executive elections are party no over a year last weekend no na to saying e ko saying baby I was see no hunu say the reorganization process of the party we know a step in the right direction and I say a dia yenti on that na yenku yenim
mo Osikani ma minchi e wahwe fully
right
na today asama ebisaman Bijizide oye election oye memneda no kusida wa beseno konwo ye bijizide obiara oginan na wo papa do obosom party na yan polling station executives no wo ke share enhon wona adwene mu na won susu mu ogizide enhon asisiara wa par ho no enhon no so the party ni hye won sa obotum aye party na adwuma ye e wo constituency wo ama bebia ye lucy yen seat bia yetum na ye reclaim or ye seat na bebi nso a yetum gina ye yetum na ye gina ye mum oroko oye 2028 into make that by and large oye party fund especially the polling station executives. And since no, I'm making that one delegate. They are polling station executive. They are part of the executives. They have always been part of the executive. In town, work one constituency executive. The one do name. Now 1 year, the reorganization, the restructure, and the capturing of power. 2028. No, one day, which the Obiara, Yamina Dumara, Okwa Konano, Ozim Kuimbiara, Nkofone de what can they confidence be that's one with the wojis there obotum na waye in one so awokwaya 1 year am hono son when you sent kuntra wire there obotum na wasum party
right
no sika as a kono wo muntu ojiz obotum wasum party na mazin on your way in on say in party no ba hwe kono nam da in one so what them one talent and another one sooner woman whatever but me just there both the losers and the winners here must come together form a good cohesion for the onward progression of the party in the various constituencies.
Right, I see. And the other candidate on the crown, and I know that Dr. Laj Mahmoud Baumia congratulatory message or they buy and say Oman successful no should unite behind a year one more ye to abama omono se ne be yo a adwuma no ebe koso totin e de ama party no na at the end of the day no party na timi awini power in the next general elections and it's on course so far process no ebu ha beti ye reorganization but timi wakame camp way ye beto abawie no na yentimi enkie ho emmomu sene ye bewe a ye be fight the party no greater enemy ye NDC na ye de saa na ye de akọ into 2028 we say ebi gina ha ebi preach skirt and blouse we be say oh ento abama MPP toma NDC esan die during the internal elections no e course so a party na ntimi ankeka saafo ni nyina no amomu Malik wadaroma adodinti amebisa osa me bia me free ameba ntina mbisa osa no moving forward no the mistakes are party a year in the last internal elections are 2024 this are defeat in a buy no ebi ahase atwiniti ewo reorganization process yi mu e de na say 1 party hierarchy 2 executives are you praying at the end of the year. And a 3 party members now one year grassroots no so at the end NSS or more year because the party can't afford to lose the 2028 elections. Malik
Oscar, me just in competition beyond no quarrel mean the end to men satisfy obia because urban election there's no brackets. There must always be a winner. But yakade is the processes leading to the outcome and on na yanko for wojinado na wakasa.
Right.
But also can sound so number ya adwene day. Organization biara disciplining them the organization it cannot stand.
Right.
And see amamen susuyin the look say ejizide a true blue blooded person. Ya wonzama bu wo a nya de eye. Oscar entum nkonka gina kwansi na mfa wonsa tabin nchewe jefie. Na mom say ebe na busuare bi so da abedi ntina edwa wonsa tabin nchewe jefie na so one day one fan to nchen ma ba mejefie na ma ba mejefie. Obanda ma ohohu so botum aba wa ba edam.
Yeah.
In as much yare admonish the processes to be fair and transparent. Here so yade yan hore bede. You go to the process. We must also be fair and transparent and candid to ourselves as people. Because as you to baby. Next time we say 2024 eco ball party against my party lose.
Yes.
Now back there me be party. Oh, the other baby are no corner idea in as much as we want all of us want to come together. In this year, no scamming be so. Say our ba no be 2024 no me and who ye man put a party no. Odin kuku na impako no so we in this in China na there. If you want the impako in China wo bra, they be person so be catch there. On so on ye dwuma because some feel the why ye dwuma we in this.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, America in there is a collective good. It's about the bigger picture.
Right.
It's about the bigger picture because say I'm my constituency executive. More than many are in the me peda me adwuma na my polling station executive. More than many dem me adwuma my party no oba benim. Oscar there be ameka there often oye tum aza on to me yan the obo boyimpa. And oba sesa besia oda e beyin and beyin oda e besia.
Right.
Tum ye bibiara.
Yeah.
Ayeye bia obiara ka da no gbefu nto onto abenti wo ka da yenko opposition ne yembred asat na wa yetena he ebo na wonpo na se bia na asemi ba wonpo na obrein bekre anguishing okon kese na wo ka won susu de wonyimanka it was the last time one will be from the Banu school in Sambio some say opposition me need to me bia
yeah
so let me impakoro no kan ho na what to tie there yemgbefu ntie nto aba
I see.
Yankopana Dumara during the 2024 presidential primaries. Na meka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign team more for the region.
Okay.
Osika Yakob Western region, especially Lembele area horde. Chale, obetu mekacha na me organizer. Me fie nkofu yeti yesi nto aba.
Party organizer.
Party organizer. Osi nto aba because abedin say no buefu. But since ya the control job the man no bufu in. The man beni be still no sankan. The master Moses say for one son way before a brew croon but I believe that one more obia fair hearing. And I equally also believe that everybody must use the internal processing to exhaust their grievances. Because you find that a polling station a petition constituency executive. Say a petition that say you are not satisfied, you move to the regional. From the regional, if you are not, you go to national before you can end up in courts. But say Emado from polling station and now from constituency straight to court, you have breached the party's code of conduct or ethics, and therefore the sanctions must be applied. In as much as there must also be discipline in the party. Because Oscar say obezi oya nyambran sam na ankasa no na say imom epa na men dibra obesu me fi say dem musu me ye dibra dem musu me ye men ekon oya ni bi.
Sure.
So what it means is that in as much as we want all of us to come together and work and ensure the party reorganize itself and recapture power, we must also be discipline. And the party must ensure that obi a fall foul of the party's rule, a code of conduct where the party deals with the person. Me and treating comfort kid gloves. Other than that, party no onjina more day in your do there yen to me yet most hurricane. Grassroots say FA hen polling station album. FA constituency so for the constituency say why about 20, right? About 20. Say Mumbu Menu and Casa Takoradi now polling station albums around 800 and something. Last election, yes, you vote no. On Yekrana, it was the worst we have ever had. No? It was around 16,000 plus. And to say 800 and something from the 16,000 plus, or throw the young phobia in one party, what party, them grassroots in West America. Sure. Into the Munkrofun as party. You engage one. Oscar, me no business communication back when the IAM base as a center right party is the middle class and the business community. Which is the 2024. There are certain programs and policies where the totoa. Oma the Munkrofunu, ye lose one, but the good thing is that ye lose one, but one go to about my NDC. Yeah. So what to about men is not to about party for be and corner and cover me in Ejumano. Why you done more brodo? So all we need is that now we are your constituency executives. We need able and capable regional executive, capable and able national executive to ensure that the young crofuni nana why aligned to young philosophy as a political party. You bring one back. Look, the former chief of staff, Madam Femo Pare. Put it eloquently that I think last week or last 2 weeks there. Other baby no programs and policies na iron as aban na yarian na young crop na they carry on along no young carry on along. Yes. And I think that with this at the back of our mind, we know what we need to do. And they engage young crop to ensure that we bring back that's what we need to engage the grassroots. Is for the grassroots to know that look, this time around we are going to do things differently. And that's one because since 1992 or to Abam MPP onya at Shrimpoda. Yeah. But on also a MPP. Because Nijizin there's a MPP bar where your programs and policy be only mobile or to mean them program and policy no one for so. Sure. Into sorry you MPP no you MPP. Into the be make the man you pack a crabby a decision makers and are there any influence decisions no your personal interest on what a drum don't want interest in tumbu. I believe in collective responsibility and collective interest. I believe in the bigger picture rather than the narrow picture. Because there, say, I mean, to sacrifice more for the greater good of the people. I am prepared to do that. Okay. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about me. Or yeah, but I hear nara. Into once or ya nara no. In some down here no may yes say. You bet you may have one madam Zamana ye no. And you make sure they are the right things to ensure that partner in Intampefra, partner are attractive. Ghana for a job to the MPP party no. I'm the Amasama kind there. When it comes to the development of Ghana, it's tied to the umbilical cord of the MPP party. Yeah. Because all the big policies and programs, yeah, the party knows about. It's a bit there. You as party executive our polling station and they have home polling station from one there what was some about mother for not the mass mother for the constituency for what say no obey the moment people know the channel to go through to have their grievances addressed Oscar my brother look I mean just there urban party problem no but your compound why road election time near pay you solve them normal problem no yeah because yan polling station ye juma effectively on him there within the polling station there are about 500 voters 500 voters here you want to call MPP ni one challenge so when we able to address the challenge more on compound you address the challenge effectively and in a quick and timely manner. I am telling you, before your Baba election, there's no need to have someone somebody at the come on coffee because one issues have already been dealt with at the grassroots level. Yeah. Look, once you come by a da, Sikawo kotokum, no mo chrome your day. It's a Pakurabi and Liber question hairdressing. Nibe we so hairdressing ewie, why a seamstress ewie, or your welder, or your day. Nese a deal with it a one hour. On trend election time and brand sana. So me, I think and I believe them grassroots American is about dealing with them in the earlier stage before answer as
Good. I love that. Because Usha see and temu ewo form wa. Problem no empeja maso.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Good.
Not at all. Instead this time around, our polling station for now. Where you let one as part of one orientation, they get to appreciate the sign with me what more using because of polling station or your organizer or your chairman or your secretary. No one secretary when you there or your AE. Because saying your feedback and near to me cure any mischief biara or
right.
Eben in some kukure base bisamna or you from a shoulder base or you from a say no so police station for when you may constituency executives obey when you may constituency executives when you may regional bay when you may regional when you may national bay when you may look right. The flag bearer is only a head figure. Here idea man is from the polling station, the constituency, the region and the national executive. Okay. When all these four organizations are working in tandem and effectively. Because I'm telling you, the attractiveness people are talking about will come back because this brand is equal as the brand of Coca-Cola.
I see. Malik Boche. Okasa gina mi ho dims ne make come trim gina ne se abrantie deputy secretary be fatane pa o said ye wo kirensemu kansem no with passion no deputy secretary be fatane pa minim se why adwen se wo be contested ya ene fafa ba bia me sunsum na kire me se fafa no sente sanso na on contest so a anytime wa obey say obe contest bia no ba bia sunsum na direct me se men kan kire no ya na de afa wo ye be ba wo de nyabotre ye be ba wo last elections are your core Western region na I think party no kra 9 seats
yeah
ya to abawie ya ene baako 7 akodi NDC fo ho amanaka 2 Takoradi constituency ha and Afia constituency. So far, lessons ben and ususu se SSS party no esuade free na see e or region.
Oscar, I'm the memfen one after the other. Takoradi constituency. Hen major challenge yenye pa was the father and member of parliament is equally the regional minister. And you know whatever happens across the constituencies now what dump on him as one of the challenges. In fact, in some way and been so san kafan ho there oya hen interchange on a market project what is scanning here what that bread
right
me scanning se kutokum no there o di dem o di ameti. And see na announce ya one yan internal issues kakra baka ho but Yankopon Chazi in the midst of all this storm we were able to prevail and so maintain our seats. Look, Oscar, there the whole Western region, even with Efia winning parliamentary, we lost the presidential as well. In fact, out of the 17 constituency, only Takoradi constituency were we able to win both the parliamentary and the presidential elections. Yeah. And Oscar, I wasn't far away from the organization and prosecution of the elections. In fact, make it I wasn't far away. So it gets to tell you that urban elections are. I clearly understand what it takes to win an election.
Good.
Because when you are with a solid team and the team are listening and they are prosecuting the things we had our own challenges. Look, it's got question they be say me ya no be Abraham America or your polling station executives so why you want to make if we are working in that manner, yet you one feedback yen snado. Your feedback no come or your electoral area committee the feedback in the constituency executive and then the member of parliament or the leadership at that level are able to deal with it in that manner. If they are not able, they bring it to the region, and if the region is not able, they send it to national. The timely intervention of being able to deal with such challenge will not be an issue, because sometimes you want obi baby kwana say enyazina mana kasa na bakan ono ba manu befu anana kuma watu ni right in time they make a day aza on bebufu kosoro yakasa aza on bebufu befo yakasa intin ihe na wo yihen e de yesua mosa because you are dealing with human beings obi anu so ntida wo nti wadwumi de do obi ayawa e won de benye problem but that as obi a fifie or different but awo you hu de pede 7 odu baby de bro hwaze neti Oscar one of the famous quotes of Dr. Kofi Abrofa Busia I say look, if you want to be a politician or you want to serve in public office, you must have stomach for all manner of nonsense. Right. Because that is the only criteria that qualifies you. There's no criteria again. You see, when we are able to deal with that, and you see, because there, them two na ye two are there, ye the ye this form, ye bohoman, to the most American. In Kenya, ye lucine, ye traditional seats, ye lucine, ye bring them back on board, and it's all start from the polling station, constituency executive, the regional executive. Look, I didn't get to a point where we should have regional executive who don't take sides in some of the decisions that we need to make, because there must be a collective understanding that it is the blue, red, and white flag with the elephant as a symbol that we are seeking. It's not about individual courtism. It's about the party. And if it's about the party, Oscar, when the party is in power, the party gets opportunity to be in power. The polling station executive will benefit, the constituency executive will benefit, the regional executive will benefit, the national executive will benefit, and the grassroots over, let's say, 16,000 plus people who even voted during the last election, they will get the benefit of the programs and policies the MPP party will bring. Yet na CCRA. What's about now? Unkoko get the Western region Fumpo Yenzi. Now I didn't want to start worrying. So it's about the facts there. As people, we must listen and we must communicate. Because it's called all the baby I say, and you pan kasa, obefido kasa and kasa no. Sure. In the sea, you be crying now, young corner and number, young pa corner back as in moi, in being was here, Yabutar, or ya, a butana, ya salt. Now, young kakasade, near Mahu Brassy. Niyama open home the sunsum ne dwumazana yegis there e the party no konenyimen yefan kanye ho na ne yankofo nzim komo ne make sure the Takoradi voting the next 2028 election ye increase to yen votes na ye won the one in some work Kenya ababa de onya smo yen kwa ye dey go back to afia ye make sure the afia we have locked it down and you go back to Sikadu, make sure that we have reclaimed that seat, go back to Sekendi, Hunter West, Kwesimin team, Takwa, all those places, make sure that we lock it down. You see, when the individual interest is subsided with the collective interest of the party above each one and every one of us, we're able to do more. Individual interest in your more on the party no suffer. Sure. And the individual interest in a more party and a party no. But do you think that the next elections, Western region, a bit me winnie party be winnie region, because presidential the Rajo Mahama winnie Western region, parliamentary so 15 seats. I could be NDC for and Semon. The next election, baby a party in Genesis Siano or Sheffrey and Medical sit die, best answer to a baby moi. Based on a year in Penufua, party by elective or more, I'm be the region anymore. Can the party reclaim seats? Near with a traditional MPP seats. And I could the NDC for and Semono. Nothing so the flag bearer, I don't so no etimi a winnie Western region. It's kind of simple. It's all about the engagement. Okay. It's all about the engagement. It's all about, you see, management must not only be felt by but be seen. Say a manager as a mama won't feel kekede man, but they don't do as no manage. So it's about the management and the engagement and the accessibility of the grassroots to those who are holding office within the constituencies and the region.
Right.
Sometimes before you have a phone caller, you don't pick it. Into other call many bufu. Look, me jam make them perfect. But the point I'm making is that say either may attend to you, I will attend to me, be make actually minibi. That's the point. But I will let you understand that for this time, hold on, we are working out things. Only them openness now, they open my hand party from what I say. Look, Nimpebia on an answer, you won't get it 100%.
Yeah.
But when the person feels that he's seen or she's seen or she heard or she's heard, it's about letting them feel that they are being seen and letting them feel that they are being heard. In Ken work on fall into places.
Good. Malik, medase, maminya messages kakra na fe yentinsim komonumu na yempeja eyem komono ankasa na yentimi empimu nkwe ni we say Oscar, I love the gentleman in your studio. Okay. Ozo po asempa. Ai o troba ya na do di ni ba bi ade firi aka ho aba ate ha na yatimi ehunu na yatimi abo abaso kakra na yatimi apemakoye ni we say Oscar, good evening. I see people rejoicing and gloating over this reversion of EI 144, and I'm here laughing like a killer, just like the wetlands and Ramsar sites. If only you all knew the people that own those parcel of lands, you will gnash your teeth and clad yourselves in mourning gear. We esipa kufiado odifibegro and odebaye kufi mate medase medase pa we say Oman Mpuntuo, please send me videos of the project of Nana Dankwa Kufuado Adaroma videos ni yi e TV ne so yentimi fam forward o mesrew why we say Oscar, I like the man on your show this afternoon. Kojo Frimpong free Asante Dwaben ena odiwe baye Malik o say opewasem pa sene wo kasa no na niji ho pa okay mamenye we na yentoa so okay mamenko yi bi wa ha messages ni bebrebe etoda na yaf mani so. All right, we say okay o say Oscar, I work for the NPP every day. The flood has carried all my things away. I'm living in Weja. Yeah. Ahmed, right? Sure. Oh, you're right. Yeah. When in now. What in the moment number in our basi? And I'm so man in now. We say NPP is winning in 2028. Paul, and if you boga, okay, and what do we buy? We say NDC cannot compare themselves to the NPP in terms of policy making. Anything good found in this country is the doing of the NPP. NPP is 1 in a million. Ruben Edifree at Chancy Junction, Eastern Region, and Odiwe and so a buyer. Ruben Yadasepa, we see Oscar kindly inform Wuntumi TV in Kumasi to display their WhatsApp or SMS okay, WhatsApp or SMS like you always do. Alex Edifree Aguna Swedru. And what they buy. We say good evening, Osika. My name is Atom GH, watching you live from Ejumako Ejumako Solomon Central Region. Greetings to my able and workaholic MP and finance Minister Honorable Keza Latuba Forcing. May God bless him for the good work he at his forcing and say NTBMU welcome. We say it's all these projects that of the NPP government. Yes, they are. God bless Nanado. Nana we are fairly free old Tafu Kumasi. Ena ode ebaye. Ejabwatin edi odi free barekesi in Ashanti region say the NPP should wake up and prevent incompetent John Mahama from extending his term of office from 4 to 5 years. He's a failure. Already or the buy, I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Baby, Akam, Yabeba. If was watch yaw. Also Chiapa, or Chiapa. Malik, Western region, specifically, Meme dear, Yichra, Obetina Menimu awo Casano, a bar Menimu Precope, a assistant secretary position. And no. Media 2 and the moon, Okasa on Cocrano, Miama Quaco press sponsors. Now you sponsor. Minya sponsors, no. You better file forms, some out to one near the forms, Nabazuji. What test I did. What's your hino? You better show any precope. Whatever my minimum partner be a Quenya 2 or said, regional executives, you know. What person osum at the regional level no befa forms no enkro ne ba o person osum wo region no mu ana se o twen kakra e bi ada foforo bi na watimi aba se o person osum wo region no mu a position ben e na o person okọ Oscar asi bebre all right me jizi dey oye region no sum dey sum dey right. As a member of the regional communication team, you do more regional, but Odru baby a day into nature be brave a day a better table no right now. Also, why you know what trimming contributes towards the development and the growth of the MPP party. Right. Me just there baby a party ne draw no. We hear fresh ideas, fresh blood to push the onward march of the Western region, and also to ensure that you reclaim or you seater you lose, you know. Because today, having worked as a regional Maslock manager for almost 2-3 years in the region, toured almost every part of Western region, listened to what the people, what their needs are. I believe that I'm in the capable position to decide there. Yamebua oye ochina. You pick forms. Pick forms okay. You pick forms to contest for the position of the deputy secretary for the Western region. My God. Because what's in Asia? Mibisa was a and at the end, a flashy man is just a way they ambush. What perhaps I do come on. Maambushu. And you know, Obeko for deputy secretary. Yes, I'm going for the deputy secretary. Positions in the dorsum. Adenti ena o call for deputy secretary. You see, Oscar, I mean, it's not always about you. Okay. It's about the collective interest of the people. And I mean, it doesn't matter which position you occupy in the party. The most important thing is that what I do know the woodman. My party, no, with Janando. It's coming back. The party has made me. Yeah. The party has made me. What's going on? Story. Maybe studio make a story. Sure. Nanka your party, yeah, and Kabrodu Tutura, Nebro Tutura, and the Bensody will rise to the level of doing LLB and Copanado, Miababe lawyers. No, it's this party. Because I'm a first degree party no tia, call my second degree, I'm a party no lower Moko party no tia. So, party number acquire enough knowledge, and I believe that knowledge doesn't need to just communicating alone. The knowledge is about management of the party, and I believe in that state, whoever becomes my secretary, I should be able to provide both the managerial expertise. Because Oscar, my background, maybe some background, I will get there. But my understanding of management and Yankopanadma, the background of legality in as well, which is the Obiero babies many be amaraboni bian, the person would excel. Because I mean, which is there. Look, being the deputy secretary, we will feel, oh, why don't you go for main? But you see, you must always learn to learn. And in order for you to lead, you must learn to serve. And to serve, sometimes you need to be a servant to serve. Sure. But you're not just the servant, you become the servant leader. So that's why I've decided to go for the deputy secretary. See. Maniaji. Revelation wa minyaye na abem. And medumpefe said over the years, Juma wa ye region no mu as the regional mass lock manager. and experience our gather, especially working with the party people. When a year do no challenges and you know position or contest no nyame eye wadom na won saka minimpefe se emwa bia sese utimi de boa aye party for ne de enya de e behwere wo mo obeboa wo mo amane manso atimi ayeyi e de ama saafo ni nyina hwan ne Malik Botwe Oscar Malik Botwe amen wo mo Takoradi. Okay. Me November born so. Okay. Your mama no November is on your day. November for the. Yeah, Shramba. I see. Me started my primary school or Air Force Complex. Okay. Then from there, I moved from Air Force Complex to Crusaders Primary. Then from Crusaders Primary, I went to Azim Road STMA. Then from Azim Road STMA, I went to Bompe Senior Technical School. Okay. Then from there I went to that time T Poly, Takoradi Polytechnic. Then T Poly, now TTU. Right. From there I went to UCC to do my first degree in banking and finance. Then from there I proceeded to KNUSC to do my master's in project management. In time the election is like a project. In fact, election is a project. Okay. Do my master's in project management, then came back, then went to do my LLB at UCC. And Oscar, so in terms of party activities, Oscar, I will start today. After losing I've always been a party person. I remember when I was in secondary school, the party approached me, but at that time I felt I wasn't ready for a rigorous party activity, so I turned it down. But after secondary school in 2000, I've always been part of the party activity. In fact, around 2009, 2010, when the party lost the 2008 election, I've been a core member of the party. In fact, one of the things that Takoradi constituency opportunity for the mom was to become part of the communication team members on the floor of the party, like during yen meeting time. We were called Ahena Yafa, your information to come and then feed the party people. I mean, from Graphic Road, come to Avo Hotel, baby, what fee, right down to the timer, Chairman Frankets, Yawa Frankets, and also going back to Anglican. I've always engaged in party activity. Okay. In fact, from then, Takoradi constituency, while they Nasara Bar for the very first time, no a Nasara wing. What about Takoradi constituency for the first? I was the first secretary of the Nasara wing in Takoradi constituency. That's somewhere around 2010, 2011. Yes, but when you there, the school then times and along the line. Now I do mamu kwan na nipa or the neduma or the two worker can yako so adusiano. Maybe back and so the party found me wealthy. The first time we were set up warfare scheme for the party. Then Chairman Frankets, together with the then secretary, who became the chairman of the constituency, Mr. Ofosuhene, together with the then treasurer of the financial secretary, Afo's mother, a woman you're not a party move if you will. And yes, so I was made to be in charge of the welfare, which I started. Along the line, school came calling again, and then I went back to school again. Then maybe back and also I made sure I continue from where I left off. I was a polling agent for 2012 elections. 2016 election, I was a polling agent as well. And then when we came to power, 2018, I contested for the Takoradi constituency secretaryship position, and I lost to the incumbent secretary then. And from there, this guy have not stopped. I've worked for the party in various capacity. In fact, I up until recently, I was a polling station secretary because I believe that party Dumano baby Wadubom will be
But the last elections, I called 2024. Even though I've been part of the Takoradi constituency election machinery since 2020, but 2024 elections, I was part of the regional Zongo committee election as the PRO for the regional Zongo committee election presidential election campaign team.
I see.
That's the region, all the Zongo communities. We put together and I was the PRO for the Zongo campaign committee. Yes, that's the name. Zongo campaign committee as a member. Even in 2020 elections, I was at the time I was the first time what them regional collation centers what the I was at the regional collation center together with the then secretary Charles Bisu, the then organizer Abdul Ganiu, and say Kuala, who was the then woman organizer, the current chairman as well, the DCR, and all those. And then I think one of our guys who has passed away, the late Koyanka, who was the one who was coordinating almost all the activities. And Charlie, for 3 days we didn't sleep in 2020.
I see.
So when it comes to the party work, like I mentioned, when it comes to elections machinery, I've done from the polling station to the constituency to the region, so I understand how it operates.
I see. That's good. Experience no why you man was some party we pa. Was it a ben abeko file forms no?
I'm watching.
Okay. File forms in New Year. The following week no be sanso aba. So
ya me boa ya
page down komo no year.
Mama tete say ya file forms in New Year. I think the 20th. That's the following Monday or Tuesday. That will be for the vetting.
Okay.
You know, ya me boa ya vetting in New Year. Then ya baba sia bana you be titi unkomo.
Oh yeah. Because see you bisa when this wadi hu no. But for now no yen hold we no on.
Okay.
Until say we passing through the process you be my green light no.
Okay.
So what you see na fi we do manifesto aba na ye bie mu yi. So what you see aha na delegate on beto aba no so ye nya daje a kire onsem no mu yi de a kire wo mo. Because you must win.
Because I've always believed in data. One of the things that some of our party people is about data.
Okay.
Oscar Mijidi say when the party facilitates someone to go to school, the party must keep data of that person.
Sure.
So if the party is not able to keep data on the person, once the MPP know they say people are born naturally MPP, so we take it for granted. But if we're able to track young crop for right from JSS to secondary school to university, we'll always have the quality. It's about we tracking them, and it's one of the things that I am passionate about.
Okay,
that we should be able to know that a band Takoradi and a secondary a fear where how many call for MPP form by no school. How many of them align with us? You see, and Oscar, I've been having this conversation for a very long time. One of the things that I'll passionately advocate for, that people must understand.
What here? What can say? No, omu omatwe omutino, omu show. So, Entino Nyabutre,
Matias,
who passing through the way we na unya green light no
Matias,
Waba,
Matias,
I ofie,
Matias,
Wabani bium, Matias, Sirenium Mamu ye the Amamo Betuabano. So,
Matias,
ha, Entino, what do you far forms no? Matias, who convert no, BBI we are Nafi, Wabana. Ya twan commode so o banya onkwa na abae ye beba be dim commode afa national issues ho because as I say ye je wadwen kire de fa ho one abrantu me na yaka mbes me bondi kura wono onim ne waye bad man dey wad na be die awa apom to say
for sure be who is it
is that Alhaji Alhaji awa
me adom party din
nice one nice one
the youngest Alhaji I no be able to
oh I mean the minimum goten
obi antimintu why obi antimintu bibia e fine there
me adom bibia boko
okay arena o ne Malik ba ha me I don't know me nim de esi de na esi se papai e ba no se unta de chia aka me bi so asem wi but one ne bae There's beside couldn't see one in a buy.
All right.
And then see.
Okay, Osika, Modi Kende, Mado Tumfu Konasi.
Right.
Na Matanso Madawasi. I'm a Sumaka party boy, yeah.
That's right.
Painful be the menu.
Oh, okay.
Well, Cheshire Minyama. Intiminti Minya Kunya. Mankable Wending.
Okay.
I am Maram Boss. Honorable Dr. Kogochidako Mensa, or your former Western Regional Minister,
right?
Current MP for Takoradi constituency. Of from them in Nimishe, no watchamishi in politics.
Good.
Now, of from some painful become I'm a bay no one so many and ja and Kamaji Jubanoho, Namako, or Yana Yan Chairman Basti,
right?
And Mr. Tokro, Takoradi constituency, Mr. Finway in our Kambi, or in our Sumuye. Man there meeting me a Juman kitten kitted and meeting me the board party no.
Right.
Timid that one in Asi. Osike Bisamasa. The reason why in time many Mr. Malik Bahadi. I'm the director and I'm the friend. Men support candidates.
Okay.
Another men supporting Impa. But me support the party.
All right.
Me interest I'm in a hadi, you know. Then me with the party have a power in 2028. Now say men so I don't win and the party of power. One now be team wabwa na party no wide ne waba power. Number yede ne mba support one.
Okay.
Because me Mr. Malik yesan kakra me hu no suban obunimpa pa ohunde eye pin na afraba. Me kai no ji party ejuma so hu. What him from? I say awa mo town nti se party ejuma bu akoya famaka ho na yede ne yenkoye.
I see.
Or yeah, honorable Kobe, or started some loans in your party office. Will be auditioning, sir. Honor Mr. Malik.
Okay.
Honorable Kobe is one young man who I am a party. Or from Mr. Malik, you don't no name do a party, you may know it or coquay, not a board party.
Right.
What's an idea? Or your communicator, or them a party, no. Say, a biaba can go back to word or communication. For the region. But only you won't know your jumano. There is job to do, not there be occupy a position. Region na ordinary wa Tony na on babyara.
Yeah.
Na say in there kwenya but to hwa there or they will be occupy them position or the board party na. I think or nimpa or your party juma and other your fan mobe.
Right.
Or you be a keka ye nim no na yaka fan abede ombrembe your party juma or them on boy.
Yeah.
Or it's oxen or can or see 2024 election. Or a part of the regional campaign team for the Zongo Kokosuno. I was also part. No quay, your baby. I think no advanced team.
Okay.
Time and national campaign team for the Zongo Beno. Yeah,
now what the count hold it ada.
It's me a casa by 2 hours in Pansana. Team na national team no one's wide in it. Waba. Na car soon and them.
Okay.
Wama car. Na car no phone and them idea the major manina. In an idea I'm a party no. And I'm party no superpower. I think one hour part of our contest for now I minimum put a below contest na. But Nankamwin over enjoy. But he was working for the party. And this under Quenyaba. I me choose party first. And it's a much party first I will be your Juma party no. And number 2 number 9 answer.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I see. Me that's so about the tough there mama. Malik, my memra won chena yen delve into national issues because near be koswa me amedwene ho am say na enkrofo yi reset ya no mo ke no ana wo mo da na dia me hunu ya na currently Oman Ghana it will say ebi mo so aban papa bi aba you can say economic indicators no good ne ho nkro na baby mu say ebuo mi na ade ne book so ne paper so pe ne wo ukofom ho a ahokyere pa na ewo ho 1 year 7 months President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC government.
May you are now very fair to is it info analytics?
Global info analytics.
Global info I say 2027 debt restructuring na no 2027 na da ban otuan account obama economy no mayed sir osiga aim there them debt restructuring ya normal aban only relief of about $6 billion.
Sure.
On say what say force no force aname boa
no
in azuna wa ya manfa so no be na e fa mfa so ni di And they say a Saturday a corner sort of man can't try any day. That was stretching a year on who Abaneska say at the almost 40 billion Ghana cedis. Debiara is it dollars or thereabout?
Yeah,
Debiara
dollars.
$40 billion. Debiara say a dish or yima. Sikano mune sikano wa bofoma. Says Ganyawi. And I'm a wa.
Yeah.
Look, it's only the NDC government that there's a complete variance between what is actually the economic indicators and the reality of economics. And say that's not inflation. The last time I checked was around 5.7.
Yeah.
Okosuri. Now what's the Yana brain or 20 or Beabodu 23 was the worst of it on Zama Nobu Nanamsor and Amibwa.
Yeah.
Currently from a China record, price of fuel will be the same as the price of fuel in 2024. Or even more.
Yeah.
Into your choir and I obey. Was Kumasi basic. Obi all for car in the Accra and now Kumasi. On compare the price in 2024 as against the price in 2026. Abampa Papa. Obia auto prepaid and now even auto postpaid. On compare the usage now dodo na otua for new usage in 2024 na CCR motua in 2026. Obia otua Ghana Water on compare how much he or she was paying in 2024 as against 2026. Because aban papa ba manase trying there in zamana no boy in 2024 by this time edenabo or cheap and all kofum. It is here for them two metrics. Na say them no ta. Na ban papa no obey no because the dollar before mana. In fact, we may task there. Full no before no John Mahama. No buzzing no bob months no full no before.
Right.
Time you run US Israel war start to catch a hand there on young or external factors. Say, oh ya papa no ya hon. On your papa or your son and Yan community and NDC for what your external factors would because for me a task that during the COVID era and the Russia-Ukraine war, Ghana was an island. In see as I see, or yeah, a concourse 1-2 bomb in Ukraine, and now Russia, my mama to Ghana, and be Iran, USA, and what to bomb me be from about Ghana. And it's a back catch any day as a result of oil war in Tina, the Strait of Hormuz are well close. No, the mayor task today. The Strait of Hormuz has nothing to do with the Ghanaian economy.
Sure.
So you cannot reprobate and appropriate as and when Ositu. What's Aban Papa? Yama menom Jomama or say Yenyanoma no 1 year Juma. You to 1 year Juma in the Oba or the Formula 133. Now the question is what has happened to the Formula 133? What because one main areas are then 133 no obey ministries, DVLA office, passport office. So the question is the DVLA and the passport office operating 24 hours? In fact, the 24-hour secretariat now watch on around 8 a.m. and close at 5 p.m. See, and what's a chino, what better way in there, what better way 24-hour markets. In the number TTB there are Pramado, what about 24-hour market? Yamaka Sekosia, the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Obami area, Cassava Farm, Old John Saba Road, Obeshama Mefono Bo. There's a what to Abaman more bar, or complete or a market circle. Where your market circle now to us, okay, 24-hour markets. Now, why don't existing structures no one implement the 24-hour market from there? So complete the market, Takoradi market circle. And you said, I'm a make chunk of open blind. I know what we are to Takoradi and cut 24-hour economy because I will live through it. We grew up on 24-hour economy. I you know that one though. Even question team taxi rank what side one. No wonder. So now say what there's are. I mean, now the popcorn, but don't call railway sleeper. Moko cotton.
Bro,
I tell you, you are bravo. It's in. Say the men's a man you na esha Ghana for ban. In fact, and then recent one obey about Nkokon Ketenketi issue what's it? For 1 year 6 months ban what they I want to western region ones the water about Osika.
Can you imagine?
Come on another Danko Kufa no Dr. Mahmoud Bamian wan ban. We introduce free SHS and what catch hen there. Yan chan ma no wa Accra na Kumasi and one call we ansana. Ihe na western region what the end brain ana. And you be a time where health insurance will catch hen there. Yan chan na Kumasi for na craft one enjoy health insurance in we and sana yansu ya enjoy yenda na. And you be a time where the maternity free maternity bed what can yan chan in one hour Kumasi Accra wale nazen when we bolle when we and sana near western region I enjoy yenza na. Into open then na I start the program. Na catch hen the ban what the western region for onesie was river. Now Formula 1 train afe yereko afe na oya bosom awotwe ya bosom eson yereba ko bosom awotwe ifa bosom eson wa pay yereko bosom awotwe de bia me sign there gusitano be catch hen there oh the 24-hour economy is likely to create is like 24-hour economy. I'm sure the Juma do day by in 2027 starting from 2025. In the sense, I want to wear Juma 24 hours. Our secretariat will create some honor. I want crown 1 year 24-hour economy. Why the normal 8-hour economy? Was yes, the 24-hour economy. No, it's not government led. It's private sector led. Yeah, can you also on your car? People catch and watch it now, baby.
Yeah.
Now I know you disco that other way. Yes, why a bar? You could be watching your cookie around 4 a.m., 3 a.m. You can watch it. Oscar Ekozaneta Ima Salane mo hoda da on ye kwekedi abokona nkrofo what on the benku na containers in ya Zenith. In fact, even as at now Zenith as late as 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. ekwe ya dokona to ho ebenye tea na to ho. They don't need the 24 hours. Oscar, you know, Mr. Tida one more course through ya Mr. Demo course through we mudu wana kentampo. I need 24 hours a day. Nobody about the 24-hour economy market. Nada. Kentampo wana oye juma dada ono. Buses call with them and comfort another dada one. In the word about Bosro 24-hour economy market.
Can you imagine?
Meanwhile, 24-hour economy, your drugs will be hadi or started 24-hour. Oscar, the thing is that. Bossa when I was summer woman in Nara. No dodo nara Oscar or Pascal.
Yeah.
Because you cannot keep postponing what flagship program. What flagship program no as young watch no suono. A 24-hour economy watch. Obeso catcher and the 24-hour economy nature obesity airports across all the 16 regions.
Yeah.
Was also catcher in the what the oil polytank. Woko go to manhole. With equafo one efum cocoa fum no the polytank with the siwa into wana wopolo do wonko boy. In fact yenya the current health minister honorable Kwabena Meka Kando okwa katsina oye one of the sister stations in Accra or catch and say ye nurse nia e page school sisi ampona kona kaya campaign for my NDC aba no ba we adwuma de what's the 24-hour economy marketing or you better than agenda 111. And yes, can agenda 111, but the Benny Sky 267 24-hour economy market. Osika or throw the priority of each of these governments. Oscar, it tells you the priority them government or place on the life of the ordinary Ghanaian. Into any animal was on board there or your automatic posting, you be saying animal. She said, we're quick sidene. So what's the no one power alawa? What posting?
No.
Into you be so one posting, no, we can sit then.
I told you, man,
in fact, yeah, a speaker, a PRO of one of the agencies, I think the health ministry, right? Or the catcher hand there. In one of our way, now was where view once and only smart people were able to get the employment. That means that your nurses for now went to now when go to the portal now when you are a dump. intelligence ni nyo adwene nye adwuma instead young crofo ni nyina wentum wenya kwan wenya access to the portal and then to be employed. That's what we are saying. Asama ya kache yenu anomein. There, so Oban oye Oman Mpuntuo no Oman kan kwa. Bossa oye yenu anum NDC for the shahono. Si ado tunsinie ni a asama be saying there. Wa kwekwe siden. Now how far with the 24-hour economy? Now how far with the nkokwan ketenkete? Now how far with the automatic posting? Now how far? Now how far with the promise of the completion of the Takoradi market sector? Now how far? In the year mayor be catch rain today. Akwisa mo di to na aboko no today. Sana market sector scanning shenu kutokumo wa trade. Onya no corner. Wotua all the 46 all the 40 million euros no ka 6 million now what ben no about 6 million euros no. Name as a result of delays. Look, Oscar, me a project person. Me one project delay. We have what we call cost overruns. This was one cost overrun but it's around 30 something million euros. On into the market circle no wages one. To be 101.3. But we're catching in more market circle in day. What ba? We best start project on that one. Afe na bosume sonni. Me be saying the market circle no. How far?
Okay. My main message is kakra. Na me no emewi. Ye me rapport. We say NPP is coming back in 2028. Big Ben edifi Osiabra in Akosombo. Menim say my boy eye brono ni dia. We say Oscar, please kindly present to us also the good works of His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo at the railway sector. Okay. Michael, me da say onifi atwuma ebuakwa. Ye calling kakranka and you know NTBiano railway sector nanado any Dr. Baomi achievement no so no e beba ba yini nyina ade akere no watimi ehu no adwuma ya afade ato ehu so no but they workers ye no MPP na da Akufo-Addo Dr. Baomi developmental project am de bre ye no ye afade ehu so ye tenase bia don hwere baako ye yi ne amount concrete evidence and data e dey support video na ye di akere on intino akoma to yam bibia beba so what we say Oscar, good evening. Let us all unite and build our party to win power in 2028. Greetings to Dr. Mahamudu Baomi. Still victory ekumfi asokwa Kwame Penin edifi ehona de baye ekumfi asokwa in Central Region. Okay, I see. We say Oscar, good evening. The Ghanaian youth become so mad and crazy anytime the name 24-hour economy policy is mentioned. President Mahama and the NDC made the youth had a lot of trust in this policy and voted massively for the NDC, only to know that it was just a political strategy to win power and not a planned policy to solve the unemployment issues in the country. NDC, never again. Way free. The elected Eskado Ketan Constituency Communications Director, Saint Okushambo. Yeah, Saint Okushambo. Kushambo and the buyer. I'm told so in the birthday Manso.
Yes,
yeah.
One of our guys also Joshua.
Oh, okay.
Bible.
Okay.
Bible is also celebrating the birthday. I want to hear more no happy birthday. Now Takoradi constituency current Nasara coordinator Chief Moha.
Okay.
Also in the birthday then so baby chief will be
all right. And you know young wish will be building the birthday and happy birthday. Well, so good evening. My greetings to Awa and my senior brother Malik. I have known him for a long time at Old John Saba Road. May God keep him growing high in the party. Oscar, the so-called 24-hour market is a total scam policy. It is just to feed few of their members. We live to see. Hashtag Baumia is coming. Labino Edifi if you come on or do it buy Labino Yadasepa. We should greetings to you. Watching, okay, I'll say after watching all these videos, it means the NPP communication team did not do their work because NDC always say Nanado did not add any kilowatt of energy to the existing ones. The existing one that John Mahama left, and they couldn't defend. Meanwhile, all these projects were in existence. This time around, the communicators should do their work well. Still, it is possible. 2028 is victory for Dr. Baumia Joshua Edifree Pristia. Malik, Mameni will take on this one. Most times, you know, you're projecting another Dr. like Mahmoud Baumia developmental project in the TV in this one. One more messages banning one more friend. They are of the view say some project we in 2024 communicators and team and defend some project we my party no and into the Dr. like Mahmoud Baumia elusu same way. Is that the case?
It comes in two folds.
Okay.
It comes in two folds. One, leading up to 2024 election, the media space was said that even when you communicate as an MPP communicator, it hardly goes. Look, there was a day I was watching Metro TV, and there was MPP have bought the airtime. Na yare hand policy. A big is there. The adverts now on the screen. Once I can the NDC advert was running on the screen. In fact, from Metro to City, almost all the media outlets. Look, what the brains pick, what the eyes pick is what sends to the brain. Again, it is all big communicators. I would disagree.
Okay.
But here in Kade, we won't take part of the blame. But so Kade, because Odru baby newa Oscar mbaka controversial assembly. Imagine there a day or Minister of Education or decided there or unveil or is it 80 or 800 projects?
80.
No, 80 projects.
Or commission
those schools now.
Yeah, I think a day
it was more than 80 yeah.
I think 80. Yeah.
Okay. So the question let me be saying there. A pempo say eco national national communicators in the bimpa. Them program now was it important? Because the point is that nanka communicators receive information in time. No one start the work and one summer. People will get it, but you don't wait to the last hour and come and show. Look, Dr. Yao also is a brilliant man.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with the way of managing communication at the education ministry. Look, most of the policies explain. And the question was that how many times will you even have the time to go to the radio stations and explain? Accra. So Accra. Obo say but the local radio station only one obey.
Yeah.
It's information on down. I think the energy ministry has something similar. GMPC also did something similar. One day they say what's that number of programs are? Look, onto America in my earlier submission America there, those are the polling station. When if they have had this information, no one call house to house on Kofubi said they would have been able to tell them that we have done A, B, C, D.
And those in charge, and relay information, to the communicators.
I say, then this is not an endorsement on any candidate going for the national chairmanship. I remember after the 2020 elections, the then General Secretary John Boydu came to Western Region to engage the regional communicators. One of the things I can also suggest in point there in Kawabama, every MMDA while line a communicator as a PRO and as well as the ministries. Oscar, it couldn't see light of the day. And Ghana Gas, one PRO now. And Sankofa, one PRO now. They are party communicators.
Yeah.
And see, if one come to communicate, Next no information. How do the person communicate? Communication. Or you just about the better one kibiana sorako.
And just empowering for no I don't matter to positions no more year jumano. They kept the information and the data to themselves.
Exactly. But
release from
information information about what's not crap. About upon a communicator or different platform only the information.
Yeah, it's true. And yeah,
in fact, one of my tours in the Western region, I'm called Kafa and go. I'm call Benso.
Takwa Benso.
Yeah, Takwa Benso.
Okay.
Benso. So I used the
Mpoho Road.
Not the Mpoho Road. The in town coffer.
Okay.
Ahaya seke. Ekoni mo no. Cancer road.
Okay.
Cancer road to go through Mampong.
Okay.
And go through Angose, that stretch. And when I'm going with the sun, a rail line be a warrior one.
Okay. Manso.
Rail line be. I have to leave Takoradi to go there and say, such a project is ongoing, but as a regional communicator, I didn't even have information. In fact, even the Efia Kwanta Teaching Hospital project, I had to go there to see that building we're pulling it out. How many of us did you hear us talking about the Efia Kwanta project? Even the Western region communicators. So when there's lack of information flow, this is what communicators no but the communicators did the best with the little information that was available to them. In my earlier submission when the polling station executive also have an information, they know how to tell the people. In fact, one of the things I hear Takoradi constituency was to print honorable Kobinu project by project away as a form of a pamphlet. In here I will point to it. Why are you a man for a one baby? Now what to namna? What namna? 1 year name suit a white what concrete one in a Takoradi regeneration project. What concrete a word so coast to our so in Kofunya that one rekeko. You see pictures of the project we are talking about. Even we did that in Takoradi constituency. So the question now is, say Esin Pakono on communicates with Oye Prisia Wuni Valley and Ajomro. The person is communicating a national program and policy, but every politics is local. In Timpakuna, other way one constituency crowd so any information. How does a person operate? Because sometimes compared a MMDC in another district assemblies, will release information as to what is being done within the districts. Meanwhile, such information flow are not going into communication. And a communicator, how do you expect the communicator to come and propagate the good work of the party? You see, sometimes we look at these people are good, these people are that. Obian and a level of capacity. They are researchers and they can communicate. Researchers, they cannot communicate. But a boy, a good communicator or a good advocate, but a man researching, and no matter how brilliant the person is, or better than a question there, instead of to be saying, okay, them that, but as a crowd, then the communicator is found wanting in the Oye studio, because at that point in time, information is not at disposal. In fact, John Boyd Yazibi, the last time, all about the book be the bay. And a project beside a book, I don't know what you know communicators are. Beside a book, I don't know what Jane were communicators are. I don't at the disposal of the communicator. Why? Because a regional executive. How do the communicator communicate?
Okay.
Into your best friend, young coffin name there, or do baby one akuma sison. They tried to communicators, and so your boy who wasn't with the little that was at our disposal. Oscar, ain't not sure there. Ain't not sure that's my cameraman came from film. Ain't not sure there. As a communicator myself, say I'm one year do all your departments you can tell the kind of communication that will churn out.
All right. Me da say you are home na me fa mmerena akanema etiefo ne ahwefo party communication ne die da bia ye wo ho asem ka yours me kai pa 2024 the dying minutes to the election day Nams I can't say 3 days or say 4 days ade no timu say amount for no like information on ground and quickly mame mo Isafu Seni abaso or organize ade bi on the current regional secretary organize ade bi yes organize ade bi within short way na ya the projectors ne niema akọ you see entino eya wo ma akande no any information no enko from ho ema communicators no so ye ne santempa no a anka ebi a seat ba ku bienu miensa bi a party ni lusu ye nka lusu nge lusu
I think also say first na communication any elected position ya appointment nti enua
eni ho sa
yeah na say ya me adomo per the amendment of the constitution making it an elected position ebeye an office on its own me gidi say enua bako
right Malik Mayanas 0248071174 0248071174 obaso ana wabo nsem no tofa na yeko na ya foforo so aba. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
About your udi baby afrefi.
For your from Daniel because if we chakwa.
My intio Uncle Dan.
Your uncle Sika Madam Wasi. When you panel net to one papa na ju me bi pa.
Right.
Na na mo ka communication asam. Na esi hu ni say an empty stomach is a bad political advisor. When in a situation na your room wa Ghana na ahusere wo pa into ka some pressure be kura po na on for what some na wo ka no was the pana mo command no see my way abede ku na communication kura no wetie na ya no so di akorisam so ye de and the free mu and the communications in minimum bomb so bo omo ye juba pa na situation na your woman no na edi pa obi a comment de dia no ba ka bia no ontie no ba ka bia no ontie into communication so mo ya dia pa dem omo so kakra
yanso ya da se chi atakwa phone na mai. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Well, to me anyina so yemfa next one. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Me ba cho udin ba bi afrefi.
Pacho Musa Momoni ni Frefi and Zasa Jatamasi.
My Antio Musa.
You Mamoni Mamuye, Mana was your Wayade my Borejuma. With Gaso, the summer is and Yamefa in Siena in Canada.
Amen.
That the chair, a former president, and now Danquane, the Najiku for only incoming president.
Okay.
Gift in Duma. Incoming MP. Any MP before you now. Now, when Ghana for a best another papa. I want to fork around because I can have another. Just say, where ye are far voter, so what they call off. What did not voter region, I recall off. And just a good was two MP, that project and Yama Bandeno. So, MPP dear, one want to bet my Ghana, Ghana for Yenye Adi, Yamema, Mahmoud Bamia, Quatenting. Now, one can Nanyamia, Nakunya, Pama, Bonnie, Akunya.
Okay, so that's in Amisha. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, boss.
About your Udine, baby, are free few.
Make us a free from place.
Okay.
Yeah, see.
You.
Boss, you don't want to see your inside, you know, Mikasa or Kasa ye. But now, Kasa, mobile communication for Netty. Now, Obisu Bafre say, I then communication for ye, Juma. Now, we need the intro in a money basa. Manso, Obi to be doing to Obi Tia. Also, you know, you're Jumani year. Obisu read and bit you.
Okay.
But do a community, a community, a bray. A community and a land. A community, a yaquine, I say. ɛkɔm hu nti ɛna keteke kwa ɛnam voter ne nyinaa yɛ den apaska wote ase nti yɛ dwen deɛ ne yɛbɛdi ho ne yɛ anwen ɔkyena ho ne da bia deɛ yɛbɛdi di a ɛne yɛ Ghana yɛbɛ continue abrɛ na me wodi Dr. Mamudu Bawumia gyina hɔ na wodi John Mama gyina hɔ a who say difference ni very wide what does it nyansa no papa ni kitam different but ye no timi ankasa ye ntimi anye campaign ya no kakra ye bedi nti ye kan ya no tuma ya no mutantro kese etire yen emo ye nkofo gidie yen so ni nkoto aba na obi hyedam mu say won no wanya t-shirt nti wonko enti t-shirt ni maye na wo shatare t-shirt ni maye na wo frantuma ana yatina sia ni ye ne ye tu patrosu e library asoso and then won't be travel me you so hwe so me bout me about almost 1,000 plus in a front place ya bro cry ento papa me tia why
me jo so pa
me tia busia ni nyina
okay aya no achia tiasefuo nyina maye da me ba ho me ba donko krom me fi donko krom an ma tiasi ma me krobo aha front place enclave wo de me fi a de ho tiasi se minim ho da me ba ho me ba tiasi. Hello, good evening.
You be sure and fine evening.
All right, well for the baby afi
you me free a front place. Mensa
Godwin ma me krobo ma yenti omunua.
Yeah, edamasi eyampa nyamuka no adia MPP ayebia no MPP for no edi she Ghana for me twin we di wako Oti region me fi Oti region fi enkwanta ebesi baabi papa ne tansi waye kwan dodo pepesu fi dodo pepesu besi de pa Johnson Messi Johnson KJB Jasikan hohwe ekwan nyina MPP enaye ofa endo uko ho a nye nimu obiara matwa sa kwan na fa mbe TV so ama ya no mo edi omo ho ebo asafo hene MPP ye di nyama bebre sie Ghana fo aduma ya ne ni sie de ye obaten enti ye bibia ti se Ghana de ye yama ye ho ene semi se Oti region ho MP NDC nsem kwan waye ekwanketuwa bi ena omoye every kwanta beti dorobo pesu papa we di tun do mo sa enso hwe fredo do pesu Menso Johnson de pa Johnson ampeyo ekejebi Jasikan hohwe ebesa MPP na ye that kwani na man kwatamba eti yedamasi mo bibia mo man nkoso wa wahye mbaye na Ghana be fa ntema pa fra
meda se pa chia adehye wo ma me krobo nyina ma me na nwumre. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Osikani Frimpong Manso.
Fusen Seba, yeah. Fusen yentio.
I abranch ya bona betima me.
Malik won.
Malik.
Okay.
Wama ya mwa pay papa.
Okay.
The year 2020 year to abano. No question pa ne say MPP communicators omo je twuma. Abufra woni ne wo Western Diamond. Because those days, ultimately, that project, na wodi keke no money. That's it. Na Ghana for Sabrina. Na you are not intro. Cocoa bag 31 million. Almost about 70 million. Net for automatic posting. Some year yet getting part and a young person. Matthew chapter 24 verse 4. But the moon show you be an Adam. And somewhat be a dada, I'm a matia or more. At the power on the nobody upon it. Naturally, what in Asia. Wow,
very well. Manso meda asiminuya. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Usita.
Odi kroniye.
E kame chere wo.
Accra yentie we.
That's it. I'm in Chamalik, my fine pa. Osikani. Me say Mpuntuo. Say the people be do between 3 and 6 now. The beer woman.
Yeah, that's it.
Mutumi and Western them Chawajo.
Yeah, that's it.
Missy, Obi no fear crowd one up in Tamapuchi. Because when you say, baby, Obinia and Papa, Obinia, I said, my same crying at them, and I'm about, and what Hannah. Hey, Munko, for a chief for Munko Swaway, Munko Swada Muntie, Western Diamond, Diamond TV. That's a buyer will buy ya, was Uba the buying. Uba yet. Every January 2025, everything day. What to electricity some 6 times. About 6 times so. But we nearby 2 years, don't do that. 2 years. 2 years, don't do that. Or some 2018 or some Teso or Teso my 18%. Now, Papa, we did a block. Ghana for Papa, we did a block. And to over and Abundi Eliha, Miss Aquame, and Papa, Eliha, I'm going to say, and this MPP, you complacency. Opian for what can you break? Mushes and make a clay, a good chunk of India brain, and we have 2028, 2 years from now. Mofan break, she's going to vote aside the car to walk. Yahu wants a walk or two. I could keep it and go for it. You could twist from once and for all.
Okay.
I come that.
Accra, yes, so yeah, that's it. Hello, good evening.
Osi.
Yes, sir.
Osi, you are for me today.
Adams, me hoya pa yentio.
Oh, Osi, the newly elected it's called the Constituency Communication Officer. And then the baby of Papa, Messi, we will be a operation. So about Poco back on national. Let me check my boy. Incoming Western Union Secretary, a deputy Western Union Secretary, I am my leg. I will know Papa.
Hello? Adams, some Georgia tears wait through. Hello?
Osi.
Aha, Zia there, a Buddha Hoyetio.
Osi, listen there, in some work with studio, right? Hello.
Okay.
Because them some partner campaign. Me feel we were region. Me catch there, yet the credit that I call with the book. Catch them there. We do go to one credit. Osi. Hey, not new. Origin, nobody did. Nobody did. Okay, there. The we were credit. What party communicate the customer party for? Osi. Maybe I work out. I'm about my leg in call communications. Find program here from communicators. Young the man, your call for community. What the NDC, what will be a Mamma Temple or me at it. Okay.
One Nyame Entra. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay. I'm ready. Hello, good evening. Okay. Yamfa this one. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
If I told you, baby, I'm from me fee.
For the commander.
Hey, if for Nakasa. Na kisi empia I don't know Pierre.
Yeah, anytime I did chat but
okay.
Anytime Manuchia and the deputy regional secretary Malik Butu.
Incoming.
Oh, well, deputy.
Okay, you too.
Abraham not well, not about this. Not about because we said the way that need some of that Osi. The anybody said they were a current so how much you need to control the regional.
Okay.
Okay, into my next year. Namisano. Now, we know Oman Mpuntuo. Now, we will say, we know a commander.
Okay.
Now, about protected MP. who Kata MP, or gather MP, on the Kata MP, or protect Twitter, MP work on the destroy Twitter, MP work.
Okay. All right.
President Mahama, the Bank of Ghana, working to the Parliament. And some trouble to Parliament.
Yes.
And yet, Papa, not also need to put some trouble on the crack. I'm next time, I'm in difficulty and to see us. Oh, yeah, Papa. Okay, Papa, I want to make it. Or my family or mom, that's all.
Only I'm anti for hey, whoa. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
My Jody, baby, I'm free.
Your family, Wakiki, birthday boy. Good evening.
Yeah, Wakiki, me that's a farm. I ain't here when you here.
Nature is fighting the NDC people.
Yeah.
And some you are coming the ladder now, national. I said, not the number almost second. And you for say, for cut to one who lay family and
okay. But so that's Wakiki. All right. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, me ma mini.
Osikani me a.
Ma me nya kuyentie we.
Me ma moni adwuma.
Adwuma da se.
Me see. Abai we die. Abai we ye frakadam. 2 for 10 abai. Abai we won. See a bonum na nea. Ghana for be bo mo sama ma yen wo memo. When nipa was no the 24-hour economy ban. Obedu yan kwala wo mu dada. Abai dada na form adwuman. Also be yan kwatena fie kamoy. Me de be me 24-hour economy. Na wa be chiche di ama ne ma. Na mo fra ye fa o madwuma ma Ghana adwuma ni ho a ohiani we bi asuoma ne banya adwuma ye yi o nyina begufi abawe ya abaye obabu o mawe na ka 24-hour economy no okay ebia na ade we mo be start etika efie wia so kwanyumere e ka o ma wuyi wo mo na ka do mo so agum na ka wasa fa foforo bi di akọ anajo a mo ba ya madiate ewe and then kokon kitenkete ni atire awi no and kokon kitenkete na akodu nkrofo yema asan says yes akofa Ghana sika ade akofa kokon kitenkete bio ne nkrofo awi meboa na yehu NPP abai senye NPP abai penso a enka minim se yetimi tena o mema yentia light bill ye use so free yenya ye Nana do dan come to so amasore wate nana onkwaso mi se benyi ate won ma ye mako school free kodi free o hie ni pati mi ko school bi edru bibi na kasikafo ma school bi na omko but nana do person o hie ni o Osikani bo ye omu nyina ati ayi classroom ba and na samre asakosi na chiu Osikani asakosi na chi asese ebedru bribi no school bi wo ho a Osikani friend ohiani ba etimi nko bi wo manwa aden na Ghana fo ye na mi bi so Ghana fo etie mi ni bi ayen bi sase bi pa na ndisi fo de ba enti ya o mutu abama because ye ni mo mu fritete
Mami Yako, Mami Nasi pa. Mami for this final one na wa fracture. Hello, good evening.
Fine evening.
What for you, baby? Afrifi.
Yeah, me Uncle Dan. Takwa Masia baby yo.
Yeah, Uncle Ma Obifu from Rawadaro Mawai. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Oscar Yatadan.
Nyami ado me ho ya udi baby Afrifi.
For my kuketa fiskado.
My intio minia.
Na Oscar ati what breaking taba.
Ade na asi.
Almost shababa wa resign. Which NDC.
And Rakra was sending me message ma nya da ade antimi ankan. Was me moa no na ene baby a nkakra watimi alobi de no ho akohye no ye man approval na me say buo me party ni aba mu o na me si de mboa o ti we mpodi anka wa party na aba wa na
yes breaking grace so nyada ya sama ba no
oh ankafra
grace as deputy minister for health into ambo nyamo ne secure employment we also say abi wa be into secure ko ya cha number
okay yeah that's yeah fancy okay shama abanu ye NDC just ska do ketan ho no adwuma abrante ne yede ma party no including the current member of parliament no abura gene ne ntiase so transfer ne ye woni adwuma ye wo mo hye ne boss wo ba especially as Dr. Grisa Yesu dan kwa hye ne boss wo ba obemma na adwuma ye 1 year 7 months ni just ohunu ma me ni bia na ma me na ye ne wipe sa ana wo complain so ade de e ko e me am party nso no treatment ni nko yie and no say no message so memwa no awurawura mu akwa konya appointment wo ba bi na wo hia approval and I'm say party ni abamu o
from member of parliament
me party ni abamu enti no wadaroma o de wa na party abamu enti no de awurawura mu wate ye Edio Malik
Isga
Edin Papa
Isga but I also think that you see Oscar have this firm belief there irrespective of whichever political party you belong to say eye adwuma ma party na party ni ba ben me the party ni show
oh yeah
me that principle I don't depart from it because and they make a politics near you know or a high risk in the same pakono or risk in life to ensure that the political party ba banima and their party no o make sure they why look political party no onya nyamso ma kare me ye adwuma na say that me wo mokosora ne make e market here wosoro me ye adwuma na sa party ne ba banima and their party no or reward them
na ma memfa yen ye de ekura yen ofi akura de yen mfatro wonim say party ni lusu ye no a ban foforo bayi wo munye program bia wo ma invite ye
yeah Friday
and ye soli aboye soli ma
na ade wo wuntu wo boss ka ye penal okro na wo
oh edin o bra
wo boss ka ye penal okro na wo
wo mu invite wo ka I'm telling you ye hunu kura ni bia de show no wo ye mbehyew
wo say ye invite
enti no de wo kan de no ano no wo mo mbeboa ma party no aba power no say party no e down mani hwe mo
Kenata say me push ana say car na to free free no so esma min tube na me am poto ma azin afum de bobo ma e ka say say ani ba ko na poto ma de na ye ya e na me bi mo tafer
yeah
e na me bi mo I de ma no man croford baby a wo feel there party politics no or you dirty but I don't believe that.
Okay, Malik, ya disi final words na yan source ni yonko. Why? We boni tell mami 1 minute.
Osika medase. A quick summary.
Right.
Which is the medase. Na we say for wahwefo no ne afrafa wo free na so ye do biara na meda oye mempeyimfo bi nso ase oye the former regional minister Dr. Komoche Dako Chairman Basti honorable George Mbreduka lawyer Esquire oye me boss lawyer Akpene maybe obia michie oye lawyer Boama all the lawyer Barbara Otinjesi all
guys who body na yonkone
but I would like to say a very big thank you to everybody who has had an impact in my life. Okay. I am here because one entertain and one mboa na wa ma hen so yedru bibia yedru but right. I just want to tell the delegates and other constituency executives na way you hono there my pepper what are saying there party eduman one year wodin where you were part
sure
party eduman one fa insan hye kotokum na one year and then young they are prepared to be on the battlefield to battle and make sure that what interest has been achieved. Okay. And that is what Malik Halik stands for, to make sure that him party waba benim and the interest of the party person, the interest of the ordinary person. May communicate here offer or oya isikadu ketani. One of the things I've always spoken for about communication is that communicators should be trained. Communication should be given the opportunity. Okay. Inti seyameboa next year drew or your table no when we sit at the table of decisions, we should be able to advocate to ensure that the menzemenya wabi. Very well. Thank you so much. Malik Halik Buchi, or aspired to be the Western Regional Deputy Secretary of the New Patriotic Party. Also, I know far forms, or far forms now or go through vet and abibia ekwa kamana when you green light and what you mentioned the naba. Na ne manifesto no ye bie mu yie na obia nye muntiase yi oba ne ono pen obae Alhaji Awa enso eka ne ho na I'm told say ono ye Mali campaign manager. I'm told me media me no ba me nisu say na me ka eno ano no ba me nisu na me ka eno ano no no one did I be gina me nisu gina me nisu ntiro say me ka na me hoto me ntiro ya we have an encounter with Awa as well in the coming days, you know. Nyamen kamo ho na o mama ho de yokoduru hu nyina no ofa but your boss campus baby you remember campus? Oh yeah. You know I was his campaign manager for the regional election last 4 years. Yeah. Oh yeah. I kwa. Abusia me din Osikani Frimpong Manso. O say why? O tia obi. Hey, Awa. Bonnie Tony Uncle. What a Tiani Uncle Mahonia. Yes, oh yeah, Yambapaya, Mr. Malik Bonnie CCI. Okay, Mr. Kempest. Okay, or you want to pay you for when you believe in me. All right, maybe yeah, or yeah, honorable, or personal assistant, or can who be? Okay, no, or did they know? Such ambassador, a while no but my faith. Okay, intimate and power. All right, up to now, from it. Okay, sure, all right, it's Chairman Campus. Yeah, Montana Kakra. Abusia yada production team yada mo ase adum bidum ye ne a wo china ye nhia na ye ntoaso. Good evening.